Okay. What am I looking for here? Hmm. Okay, I think we're live. I believe. We will see in a second. All right. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Very good, very good, very good. All right. Picture looks all right. Let's do a quick sound check. All right. Yep, sounds pretty good. Very nice. Very, very good. So hello all and welcome. It is I, the Realist Philosopher, and this is the Realist Philosopher Show. So what's happening? What's shaking? What's going on, people? Hopefully you got a lot going on or nothing, depending on what's best for you. Superman is in the house. Hey, Superman, how you doing? I'm doing. I don't know. A lot of crazy people in the world. Pulled out of a parking lot today. Some crazy woman was chasing my car. I don't know why. Banging on the back of the trunk. Weird world we're living in these days, man. That freaked me out. But otherwise, I'm doing okay. Kalashnikova, how you doing? Video looks 4K at least on my end. Really? I'm only streaming at 720, 720p. Although that's better than Styx. What's he stream? What are you making his videos in now? 320p or something? 280p? Oh, we're going to do some Styx stuff tonight, and I'm going to tell you what, his video looks even worse. I think he downgraded. And so for those of you who don't know, the higher the resolution, the more memory is used. So I think he's running out of memory on his PC, so he's downgraded the picture some more. Looks pretty bad. Looks really bad. But otherwise, should be some funny stuff. So you guys are probably wondering what the fundraiser is for, at least those of you who are not familiar with me and my content and my trials and tribulations and all that. So, yeah, about, what was it, 22 months ago? Yeah, I got sick and I was in the hospital for a while, almost died, and it messed me up pretty good. Suffered what is called a septic shock, and I've been spending the past 22 months recovering post-septis syndrome, I believe is what it's officially called. Basically, it jacked me up pretty good, damaged some of my organs, namely my kidneys, and, left me a mess. And in the interim, I almost died a couple times more. Fun stuff. Yeah. Not so fun. Been a tough, actually, it's almost 24 months since I got sick. It was in July, so yeah, like a couple weeks. It'll be 2 years since I got sick, but 22 months since I fully recovered. 23, something like that now. Good Lord. It took all of 7 weeks recovery. Dopey doctors. Oh, you should go at 18 months to 2 years. You need rest and recovery. And it's like, yo, dude, what are you talking about? What fantasy land are you living in? What do you think this is, Marx's utopia? There ain't nobody taking care of me but me, man. I can't take off for a year and a half, 2 years. How's anybody do that? You got any family? No. No, my parents are dead. I had a sister. She's dead. Got a brother I can't stand. I haven't seen him in 20 years. He's a real piece of garbage. No, I ain't got no family. No, man. Oh, well, Well, that ratchets down your odds of survival by quite a bit. If you push yourself too hard during your recovery, you could, have a myriad of complications. A terminal episode, meaning a fancy way of saying you could die. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do, man? I can't not work, right? But at the same time, I'm in such bad shape, I can't go back to my, you know, my field of expertise. So what am I going to do? So for the past, 22 months, I've been doing what I can. Uh, that's it. And, it's been rough. That's basically what the fundraiser is all about. Same period last year, I kind of had similar issues, but it wasn't as bad in terms of downturn in business. The only work I can do is some, 1099, contract work. And it's relatively stable for about 9 months of the year, but 9, 10 months. But summer, it experiences like a massive downturn. Like earnings are down like 60%. And I had saved, but savings were that I was able to accrue were meager and not enough. And so it's like, at the same time, I'm not actually feeling better, but I'm able to do more. So that's interesting. You would think that if I'm able to do more, I would feel better, but I actually feel worse than I did a year ago. So I don't know. I don't know what that says, but considering I was able to restart the YouTube channel and start making content again, and when I exercise, it's easier than it was a year ago or even 6 months ago. So, but at the same time, I feel worse. So I don't know. It's weird. It seems contradictory to me. But whatever. Doctors gave me like a, 40% chance of survival. Then the heart attack and stroke. They're like, well, now that it's been like almost 2 years, the doctor was like, well, 50-50. You're going to take any time off? You're going to get some rest? I told him I feel worse. He's like, that's not good. You should be feeling better. Well, what do you want from me? I took 7 weeks. It was as much as I could afford, and I've been working ever since, and I can't stop because, I'd be homeless. So what do you want from me? Is there any way you can take more time off? No. You want to pay for it, Doc? No. So what am I supposed to do? Well, you could apply for disability. I'm like, no, man, I can work. It doesn't matter. I'll work. It's just sheer will, and it'll probably kill me, but, I'll work. By the way, the amount of, the amount of money that you can't make, it's ridiculous. You couldn't survive on it. Like disability, it takes forever to get, and you have to make under a certain threshold, and it's so little that you couldn't survive. You'd be like sleeping under a tree somewhere. It's a catch-22. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So, been a really tough couple months here, though, because of the downturn. Like, one of my jobs was like 40% my total income, and that it's not even functioning during the summer. And the other job is like way down, too. So it's like, I got to make it to August. Once August comes around, late July, early August, that job kicks back in, and then I should be okay. And I says to myself, well, now I'm feeling pretty crappy, but I'm able to do more, and exercise is easier, so maybe I can get back into my field of expertise, or at the very least something adjacent. So I'm going to be doing that, or trying to, once work stabilizes and the jobs I have right now get back to normal from this seasonal downturn. But until then, I'm kind of in dire straits here, hence the fundraiser. But yeah, so if the link, by the way, to my GoFundMe, it's in the description. So that's the fundraiser. Somebody asked about that, so it's not too complicated. There's a lot of backstory there, though, if you don't know my situation, which I'm sure some people don't. But Lucky Duck, must be AI augmented video on my new phone. Oh, well, you're watching me on a phone. Well, By the way, I guess I should have done a different thumbnail. The thumbnail for this stream is just me sitting in a basement, so probably a bad idea if I want to attract viewers, but I'm not very good at this content creation stuff. What do you want me to say? But yeah, if you like to make a donation, I'd greatly appreciate it. But I should probably post a link to the live stream on my my Twitter. Yeah. That would be a good idea. I don't know why I didn't do that. Let me do that real quick. Then we'll get the Styx, Hex and Hammer, 666. Yeah, I feel lousy these days, man. Like, terrible. Which I don't really understand. I asked my doctor about it. He's like, well, you know, you haven't fully recovered. Your heart might be stronger, but the rest of your body is not so much. You just haven't recovered fully yet, right? You still got brain damage, yo. Makes sense. Makes sense I would feel worse after a stroke than before it, but I don't know. What are you supposed to do? I mean, you can't, like, take time off. There's nothing you can do. Like, the system, it's so interesting. The system makes it very difficult, right? Like, if anyone would qualify for a disability, it would have been me, but, you know. Nope. You gotta kill yourself to qualify. Well, then I'd be dead. Well, yeah. I wouldn't need it. But, yeah. I mean, it was like a ridiculously low threshold. Like, you have to make below a certain amount to qualify. And I was like, but I said to the lawyer, but lawyer, that's so little, I'd have to be living on the street. They're like, yeah, well, that's the breaks. I was like, how long can it take? Year? Or more? Well, that would kill me. Oh, well, that's life. No. Boy, so, you know. Yeah, the lifespan of people who went through what I did isn't too long. Like 5 years. So I'm kind of living on borrowed time. I mean, hopefully I'm lucky. I'm one of the people that doesn't croak after 5 years, but 60% do. So that's not too good. But again, not a lot I can do about that. Not really. Boy, this Twitter, man, doesn't work so good. I'm trying to post my live stream here, but it's not working. Boy, I tell you what, Elon Musk spends all this money on Twitter, but you try to post a link and it just don't work. All right, there we go. It's posted. Now we can get to it. No, I can't get welfare benefits. Why would I? I mean, you can't. No. No, I mean, I work. It's just, Superman, it don't work that way. You have to make below, again, you have to make so little you couldn't survive or pay rent or, so, yeah, mine is an interesting and unique situation. But anyway, let me get right into Styx. That's what gets butts in the seat. Yeah. Oh my God. This is the worst picture? What the hell? What did this guy do? Is his computer broken again? Wow, wait till you see this, guys. This is really bad, yo. I've been modding. Okay. Ishtar be gone. How you doing? All right, let's get to the first segment. Let me turn on screen capture. All right, no drop frames, that's good. Good. Oh my Lord, wow. Quick sound check.
Oh.
Wow, that's really bad, yo. My sound is lower than it used to be, so I gotta make sure it's not too loud.
Everyone, it's time to talk about success a little bit.
Oh wow. wow, this is really bad. I can't believe how bad this picture is. So hello all and welcome. It is I, the Realist Philosopher, and this is the Realist Philosopher Show. So how y'all doing today? Hope you're all doing good, fine, and well. So we're back, baby, with Styx, Hex, and Hammer 666. And I don't know what the hell's happened to this guy's picture. This looks like 120p or something. This is the absolute worst picture I've ever seen. I don't know what he's decided to use for his settings. I don't know why the picture is so much worse than his prior videos, which are also pretty bad. Quality-wise, this is just atrocious. I guess he's running out of storage space on his PC, and he's, notched down, lowered the resolution settings because he's running out of space. I don't know, but this is horrible. And he also looks terrible. But in this video, Styx is going to tell us how to become successful. Yeah. Dude living in a laundry room. Dude living in a storage room. Sleeping on the floor with a blow-up mattress as his only place to sit. Dual purpose, sitting and sleeping. No air conditioning. Yeah. He's the master of success, don't you know? All right, Styx. Give it to us, baby.
All right, everyone. It's time to talk about success a little bit, as well as trying versus not trying.
Okay, so he's actually doing the self-help thing again. This is crazy. This is insane, man. This is like a convict trying to tell people how to obey the law while he's breaking the law at the same time, which this guy, by the way, is doing because he's on the lam from the law. This is insane.
Here's the simple part. Here's the too long didn't read version. If you try to succeed, there is no guarantee that you will succeed.
Okay, you try to do something, you may be able to succeed at doing it, and you may not. Okay.
You may fail epically,
Well, you would know all about failure, wouldn't you, buddy?
regardless of whatever it is. Maybe it's cooking, music, it doesn't really matter what it is.
Look at his arms. It's like all bone. There's no muscle. Dude, gotta lay off the sauce.
If you do not try, you are guaranteed to not succeed.
Well, that's you, pal. That's your whole life.
So that becomes your problem. This is why you should always take the plunge. You should always just launch your headways into whatever you are doing. That is that you have a hobby. And I've talked about
Your whole life is hobbies, man. That's it.
this for the better part of 2 decades. You have a hobby. You're at least reasonably good at it. Or at least you're reasonably interested in it. Proceed. Continue.
Why? Maybe it's a bad hobby. Maybe it's a hobby that detracts from your work and affects your ability to make money and be successful in your job, which you need to be successful at.
Maybe you like to make films. Maybe you like to play guitar. Maybe you like to pickle things. Pickles, definitely, it's a cash crop these days. You can do all of
Pickling is a cash crop? Really? Okay.
these things. You require no one's permission
I would think it would depend on what you're pickling, wouldn't it?
to do it. That's the funny part. It seems like a lot of people believe that they require permission from outside parties in order to actually do things.
Who needs permission from outside parties to have a hobby? I've never heard this. Have you? Anybody out there heard this?
Let's say you like to play guitar. No, just go to the bar and say, hey, I like to play guitar.
Wait a second. That's not a hobby. That's actually engaging in a profession. Like, why would you go to a bar and play guitar for people and not get paid money? That's not a hobby. That's part-time job.
Can I play in the bar for tips? You might get a yes.
Oh, you might get a no, depending on if you suck or not.
Now you might get a no. You might fail at this endeavor. But it's possible that you get a yes. Maybe a talent agent comes up to you and says, "Ah, shit, kid, you're really good at this fucking stuff."
Playing guitar, you'd have to be really, 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 really good. Appreciation for the arts is at an all-time low, buddy. By the way, there aren't too many people getting discovered in bars, just so you know.
Hey, you want to come to the office? This is a possibility.
Very slim.
That wouldn't be the first time that it has happened.
Well, that's not a hobby then, is it? Then you're trying to pursue it as a career. So he's getting his categories conflated, as usual.
For instance, look at Justin Bieber. Not a fan of the music, but, I understand.
Didn't Justin Bieber marry that wretched woman that is, aren't they getting divorced or something?
He was a YouTuber at first. All he did was do goofy singing on YouTube. And then a talent agent contacted him back when YouTube had, DMs. And then the rest was history. And now he's world famous and has like $100 million and shit like that.
Well, he got 100 million. I think that wife is leaving him, and didn't she take half of it? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
This happens time and time again.
Not too often.
If you have talent, if you believe in yourself.
Well, you don't have talent, Styx. I'm sorry, but you don't. You have very little talent. We're in a world that rewards, to a large extent, mediocrity, not talent.
It can work.
Especially on YouTube.
Like, look at me, for example.
Dude, you're not talented. What are you talking about? Look at you. You're living in somebody's storage closet, laundry room, running from the law. Yeah, let's look at you.
I am not famous, but I am well known.
By who? I mean, very niche space. I don't know that I would say you're well known. I don't even think I would say that. You're known by some people, but...
Nobody gave me permission to edit hundreds of occult works.
They kind of did. Your parents paid the bills, right? Let you live with them. That's a form of permission, right? You wouldn't be able to do it if you hadn't had mommy and daddy paying all the bills. You'd have had to actually get a real job.
Nobody gave me permission to write dozens of works.
You haven't written dozens of works, pal. What you did was you took books where the copyright had expired, old books, you downloaded them, you made some changes, and then you republished them as your own, okay? You're not an author. Stop saying that.
Nobody gave me permission to do political commentary, gardening videos, and all this other shit. Nobody was required to give me permission to do these things. It was just something that I was interested in. I wasn't even trying to make money.
Well, we know that. You never monetized your channel. You probably passed on $500,000 to $1 million there. Yeah, you're so brilliant. You could really use that money now, by the way. Get yourself a good lawyer. Get yourself out of this mess you're in.
That was never my goal in the first place.
Well, maybe it should have been, pal. Living in the real world where, money's required would have been a good idea.
But I ended up finding habitation. I ended up finding...
What do you mean finding habitation? You lived with mom and dad until that Elizabeth broad, until you suckered her into marrying you. Convinced her you were somebody you weren't. And then when she found out who you really were, she kicked your ass to the curb.
Finding an income because of the things that I was doing. Because I had the talent to do them.
You don't have talent. Now, you were just like... You were on YouTube when the platform first started. That was it. You were like first guy in the door, and you capitalized on that. That's really it. I don't find you to be very talented at all. You have a moderately decent vocabulary, and you spun that into this pseudo-intellectual status you have. I don't think you have much, if any, talent, buddy. Sorry.
You have talent, too. Many of you do not even understand it.
Yeah, but not all talent is monetizable, okay? Doesn't seem to understand that.
The little drawings that you do, for example, those could become fine art.
Doodles? Only if you're actually good at it. And even then, not really. Doodles would be fine art? I don't think so. Unless you're a Da Vinci status or something, talent-wise. And then only after you're dead, probably.
It's possible.
Highly unlikely. You're living in Fantasyland, pal. You're playing make-believe too much.
Those little songs that you record, well, those could become an album.
Notice everything he's talking about is all art. There's nothing practical or pragmatic or useful in the real world.
Those little audio bits that you make of a humorous nature could become a comedy show.
Highly unlikely.
You just don't realize it. You have to promulgate those talents, and you have to carry them forth. Now, sometimes your luck and happenstance...
Promulgate, yeah. This is why people think he's smart. He uses words like that.
...would be what results in your success. Other times, you have to be more forceful. But you have to promulgate the actual skill...
Used it twice now.
...before there's any possibility of you having success at all. If you give up, if you say, I cannot do this, then you cannot do it.
Well, that's true. What's your point?
It's a self-statement. I can't do this. There's no way that I'm
It's called a self-fulfilling prophecy.
ever gonna make it as a guitarist. Well, then you're not gonna make it as a guitarist. Just saying. But...
Yeah, but if you tell yourself you are, that also doesn't mean you're going to. You got to be self-aware enough and understand the real world well enough to know whether or not your talents are on par with other people who are doing it for a living, or if they're beyond those people. He doesn't have that kind of self-awareness or understanding of reality.
if you say, hey, maybe I can make it as a guitarist, then there's the possibility. It's not a guarantee. It's not, something that is sent down by God or something like that.
Well, you don't believe in God, number one, and number two, nothing's guaranteed. Is that your point? I mean, you're just stating the obvious at this point.
It just means that the door is open.
Not if you don't have enough talent.
If you close the door yourself, well, you've pretty much screwed the pooch. You're not going to be a guitarist. You can plink around in your garage, and that's basically all you're going to be doing.
Almost nobody is going to be a guitarist professionally, okay? By the way, you don't need to do it professionally to be a guitarist. If you love doing it, that's all that's required. You want to make money at it? That's another matter entirely. You have to be extremely talented, like beyond the pale. And even then, you're probably not going to experience monetary success. But of course, you do have to try if you want to do it for a living. Obviously, what's his point? It's just more. That's all this guy does. He states the obvious.
The same, let's say you're cooking and stuff like that. You're really good at cooking, but you say, I could never really be a chef. Well, you've closed the door.
Well, you certainly couldn't. You have problem lifting your own hand, man. Look at that arm. You couldn't even pick up a pot or a pan. The potato probably has to set everything up for you before you can cook anything. Your spindly arms can't lift nothing.
No, you won't be a chef. You'll cook for your family. And that's still nice. I mean, admittedly.
Well, you have no family, so how would you know? You abandoned yours, buddy.
But you're never actually going to open a restaurant or a food stand or anything like that, because you've closed that door.
Well, maybe you have talent, but it's not what you want to do for a living. What about that? Lots of people are talented at stuff that they don't actually want to pursue in a professional capacity.
You've made it impossible for yourself, and it was you that did it. It's like a dog holding its own leash or something like that. And it's really, really sad, actually, to tell the truth. I want my little minnows to succeed in everything in life. As many of you as possible.
His little minnows? Didn't you say in one of your recent tweets that you don't care about your fans?
And I know that many of you have great talent. I know.
And many don't. What's your point?
No, I've seen it. I've seen your art. I've listened to your music. I've seen your designs and everything else. I know that you're capable of it. So believe in yourself.
This is just shocking to me. I mean, do you really expect anybody to listen to you and your advice? First of all, it's just you stating the obvious. So there's nothing profound here. There's nothing interesting here. There's nothing deep that you're saying. And you're a loser. You're a loser at life, man. Didn't you like waste all your money on like some expensive car over there in the Netherlands that you left behind or something? You've squandered what little talent you think you have. You made a little bit of money, but that's gone. You squandered that. You didn't even monetize your YouTube channel. You left $500,000, $1 million on the table there. I don't know why to, crow about some kind of virtue in regards to censorship, as if you have some kind of integrity. Meanwhile, you lie constantly, claiming to have had strokes that didn't occur, seizures that didn't occur, claiming you're dying. If you're dying, it's from cirrhosis of the liver, buddy, because you're drinking yourself to death. You don't have any terminal illness, though, except maybe, again, cirrhosis of the liver that is, self-induced. So what are you talking about?
That's all that I'm saying. I've been saying it for fucking 20 years.
You're not saying anything. Life's a self-fulfilling prophecy. There. I just saved you 7 minutes of rambling.
And some people paid me heed, and some people have told me they've become multimillionaires as...
Not from your advice, pal. That's for sure.
As a result of heeding this advice.
That life is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Right.
Much health to you.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. I don't think anybody's told you they become a millionaire based on your advice, because you've given no good advice. Let's get real here, pal.
That's about all.
Peace out. Wow. I mean, dude, to a certain extent, life is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Certainly in the negative. But when it comes to the positive, you really have no control over that. You may or may not experience success. You may or may not achieve your goals. That you try is what matters. Okay? I mean, we all learn this from a very young age. We don't need you. This disheveled, homeless-looking bum that smokes used cigarette butts right off the sidewalk to tell us that. Why would anybody listen to you, by the way, man? You, are the worst possible example. Just look at you. I mean, when was the last time you lifted a weight? Ate some protein. I mean, dude, you need to get off the vodka diet, man. But anyway, so there we go. And by the way, Styx made 3 videos this day. All, under 7 minutes. Oh, and by the way, yeah, hard work, that's another lesson. That you need to work hard, too. Notice he didn't mention that, yeah, because it doesn't apply to him, because he's never worked hard in his life. Yeah. But anyway, there you go. More brilliant takes from Styx. You won't succeed if you don't try to succeed. Brilliant. So anyway, there you go. Let me know what you think of this latest brilliant advice from Styx Hex and Hammer 666. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you had not already. Hit that notification bell to be notified of any future content that I may create. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I hear it's good for the algorithm. And, if you'd like to support my continued content creation, you got my Patreon, link in the description. You can join my YouTube channel as a monthly supporter. Hit that join button. Or you can leave a super chat. I also have a GoFundMe campaign going if you'd like to donate to that. Link to that also in the description. Anyhow, on that note, guys, I am out of here. I am the Realist Philosopher, and I wish you all a good and pleasant day. And take care. What is this? Can anybody out there tell me what resolution this is? I mean, this looks worse than 320 or something. I mean, this is like the lowest possible resolution, man. 100p? Is this 100p? It's terrible. God, I mean, what's he doing? What is he doing with this horrible picture quality? My picture's better than that. Oh my God. And I'm only streaming at 720p. What is going on here? Superman made a donation. Link won't work. What do you mean link won't work? What link won't work? What are you talking about? Hold on a sec. Let me, you mean my GoFundMe? Give me a sec here. Okay, let me make sure. All right. I'll drop it in the chat. I really don't know why it wouldn't work. Maybe I got the wrong link? I don't know. Go fund. Okay. Go fund me. Open GoFundMe. Okay. My fundraiser. View. Okay. All right, let me copy it. And, all right. I'll drop the link right now. I don't know why it won't work. Let me, give me a sec. I'm going to change it, and then we can continue. Bad gateway. All right, well, thank you for letting me know. I'll edit the settings right now. There we go. Well, thank you for letting me know, Superman, and thank you for the donation. All right, there, it's been updated. Now it should work. Yeah, well, I don't know. Oh, that means the link in my video might be bad too. Oh no. Let me check that real quick. Damn. I don't know what's up with that. This what's going on with this link? I'm glad you said something though, ma. Cause yeah. Let me edit video. So if that link is bad, I want to know for sure. Yeah, I'm opening it right now. Okay. Remember pricing. Okay, it's the same link. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, I've updated it. Wow. The video I posted for this, the link was bad then. Oh, jeez. Thanks, Superman. Phased by Moons, what up? Hey, how you doing, Phased by Moon? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, what's up with Styx's picture, man? That's horrible. Oh my God, it's like the worst oh, wow. Kalashnikova. Yes, let's hear about how to succeed from a clown who nuked his career in life. Yeah. He weighs 97 pounds, king of Kush. Phased by Moons. Watch your video with him in it. Then I watch his actual videos. They're pretty bad, man. CJ says, bag of Styx. Ishtar be gone, been modding. Okay, I don't know what that means. I2 Raymond, his sound is awful too. Yeah, he uses the microphone in his computer. Like his laptop's mic, he does not have a standalone microphone. So he doesn't have a mixer board or anything, a mixer program. It's just his laptop's mic, which is terrible, by the way. I mean, it just picks up all background noise. It doesn't have any kind of filters to filter out a background or any of that stuff. Oh, crap, you had a stroke. Yeah, about almost, 10 months ago or something, a year ago. Yeah. Well, no, it's a much longer story than that. I got a separate video on my channel I might want to watch. Yeah, I nearly died a couple years ago, and, that's why I am where I am now. I talked about it at the start of the stream. Wow, I can't believe that link didn't work. I had the wrong link in the video? Wow. I mean, that was the link that GoFundMe gave me. I don't get it. Wow, I'm really bad at this stuff then. Boy, it's a good thing somebody said something, but Lord only knows how many people tried that link and it didn't work. Ooh, jeez. What are you gonna do? Anyway, not too many comments. Yeah, I posted the absolute wrong thumbnail. I mean, talking about a fundraiser and just a picture of myself. It's not a great way to get viewers. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm like too honest, man. I'm way too honest. Like, this is what the show's about. And it's not even all about that. It's just the start of the show. Well, I talked a little about it. Yeah, I mean, I haven't always lived here. I was doing very well up until a couple years ago. I got sick. Mm. But anyway, if you want to know more, there's like, it tells the story at that GoFundMe link. Now, give me a sec. We're going to move on to the quartering part of the show. Just let me load these tabs. One thing I don't like, whenever I load one of these tabs, the video starts playing automatically. I really don't understand why that happens. I wish it didn't. Then I have to rewind it, and it's such a pain. It's a minor thing, but even still, it takes extra time, and people's attention spans are pretty pathetic these days. They don't want to wait. All right, 4 tabs. That's enough.
That are sort of like this.
Oh,
that
shut
I could
up.
play.
I'm hitting the stop button. It's not stopping. Good Lord. All right. There we go. All right, I'm ready. Yeah, phased by moons. About 2 years ago, I moved for work. I had my own business overseas for 15 years. Then I moved back, and I sold the business, but I kept working for the person that bought it. Long story, for about 5 years. And that contract ended, and I decided to go back into my field. I moved for a new job, and I got injured, and then I nearly died. And long story short, I am where I am now. I went from doing very, very well to very, very poorly, and I've just been trying to recover for the past 22 months. Anyway, you want to know more? It's on my... I posted a video that had the wrong link, apparently. Thankfully, Superman corrected me. Link won't work. Can everybody super chat 10? Yeah, I wish. I wish everybody would. But it's better to donate through the GoFundMe. Then I get like 95% of it. What did you do? I don't know what you mean. What did I do? I got injured. Are you talking about my injury or my work? I'm an engineer by trade. Yeah, I'm a mechanical engineer. So, yeah. And yet it pays relatively well. But it's hard work. Which I can't really do very well anymore. But anyway, all right, let's move on. People are bored. They don't care about me. And my sob story. All right, screen capture on. Check. I'll get to whatever comments remain once I'm done this segment. Let me finish off this hot cocoa. Well, lukewarm cocoa now. I've been drinking it for about a year. Supposed to increase the amount of stem cells your body makes. Good for regeneration. We'll see. All right. So hello all and welcome. It is I, the Realist Philosopher, and this is the Realist Philosopher Show. So how y'all doing today? Hope you're all doing good, fine and well. So we're back with Jeremy Dale Hambley, a.k.a. the quarter pounder, hamburglar, ham planet, cleaner outer of White Castles. And, he's still live streaming. And other people are still clipping him, thankfully, so that I don't have to watch his hour and a half garbage live streams that are mostly dead air. So, here we have the quartering from the Keno Grove, another clipper, a clipper that I like. Making light of this kind of stuff is not okay. The quartering was joking about all the welcomes that Carmelo Anthony would receive in prison the week of the verdict to amp up his coverage. Word is, types of tweets 100% of the news coverage we see from Jeremy. Yeah, he really was heavily covering the Carmelo Anthony thing. I think he got a lot of views off that. Although how many of those views were like actual people and how many were bots that he purchased is anybody's guess. I don't know where this guy is getting his money. He's not making enough money on YouTube to cover anywhere near his mortgage, let alone his extraneous expenses. So he's got to have some revenue sources that we don't know about. But anyway, yeah, here we have Jeremy talking about the welcome that Carmelo is supposedly getting in prison. It's kind of humorous, so let's take a listen.
This is probably not true.
Word is, he already got stretched out. They was calling him.
I think you guessed what stretched out means for Carmelo Anthony. By the way, I would think he would get a hero's welcome, right? A black kid unalives a white kid. And you know who most of those people are in prison, right? What, racial, ethnic background they are. So wouldn't they be patting him on the back? I don't know.
Melanie before he even hit the block. Nigga, they was having bets on who was going to get to him first. When the trial was going on, they was hoping he was going to get found guilty. Carmelo Anthony, they calling him Melanie before he even got there, right? I seen like a probation officer get up here and talk about, oh, he going to be protected. No, he's not. By who? By who? There might be some black guards up in there that got a little sympathy, but black guard, they can't motherfucking do everything. And then when the shift changed and you got that white guard in there, that one that want to turn his fucking head because he's out here seeing this shit, he's scrolling through TikTok every day. Yeah, that motherfucker gonna turn his head. He gonna walk out on purpose. He gonna go take his break on purpose to let this shit go down, right? So they was.
I think we can reasonably guess that this guy is a former convict. Yeah.
Was waiting for him.
Now, here's one thing I'll say. You know, making light of this kind of stuff that happens in prison, not okay.
I don't know. I think it's okay when it comes to this kid. He got 35 years, but you know he'll be out in like 17 for like good behavior, if he can behave. It's hard to say whether he can. Probably not. But I don't know. He's like, what, 155 pounds? Maybe he'll get prison jacked so he doesn't get stretched out. It's hard to say, but kind of doubt that too. But 17 years, he'll be what? 35, 36, 37. Well, he'd be pushing 40 when he gets out. It's not enough time, really. I don't care if you make light of it. No. It's part of the prison experience, right? Especially when you're a piece of garbage like that our Carmelo kid is.
Prisons should be held accountable for this kind of stuff going on. But it is a fact of.
Well, they should, but let's be honest, it's not meant to be a day camp. It's supposed to be a harrowing, a horrible experience to deter people from being criminals.
Prison. Now, I've been told from people who've done time in federal prison that it's not anywhere near as prevalent as TV shows and people on the outside would think.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame in this case.
But, if Carmelo Anthony has already been welcome to prison in this manner,
broken in, yeah.
as tough as it is to say, I don't support that.
I don't have a problem with it. Not in this case.
That's like, it's gross. It's not funny.
Kind of funny. What are you talking about?
And in like a weird way, if he got like if something else happened to him, I would.
Yeah, sniff some more there, Addy Nose.
Would not be surprised, but I wouldn't take any joy in people doing this to him.
I would. I'd take plenty of joy in that. I hope it does happen. Does that make me a bad person? Well, okay, so be it.
And when people just say word is, who knows? But then again, last night on this call, more defamation.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's getting, broken in. Maybe there's some Brokeback Mountain action going on in there with Carmelo and his cellie, his cellmate. I don't know. He's a skinny little black kid. He's about 155 pounds. So I wouldn't be surprised. You better get mommy and daddy to smuggle you in some steroids, buddy, so you can get prison jacked. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get prison jacked without that kind of aid. But anyway, yeah. It's horrible of me to make light of that. So here we have Meme Copium. The quartering was so confident that Tobuscus, and by the way, I don't know who the hell this Tobuscus is, but apparently he has like a huge YouTube channel. Though I checked out his views, his recent videos are only getting like 40,000 views. So while he has a lot of subs, like Jer, he's getting similar views to Jer. And when you got a YouTube channel that has like 6 million subs, that's really bad. That's worse than Jer. So this guy, Tobuscus, is some kind of has-been. But Jeremy thought that like having him on his show would help save his channel. Yeah. Didn't work out. He thought it would save his career. He booted up the YouTube live stream for the first time in weeks. And he got 135 live viewers. What? That can't be right. That's concurrent, right? 100. That's really bad. If you've got a channel that has 2 million subs, you should be getting like thousands of concurrent viewers. 135 concurrent. I mean, I can get 35, 40. And I realistically have about 1,500 subs. 7,500 of my subs are from 2017 when my channel got banned. I mean, I got it reactivated after like 7 years. I applied and they granted it for some reason. I probably should have made a whole new channel, but what do I know? I'll get like 35, 40 concurrent viewers. He's getting 135? What? But Jer, you get like thousands of viewers on Rumble, right? Bots. I already made more in Super Chats than him. Jeremy Hamley got $7 in Super Chats. I've already gotten 10. How is this possible? I'm getting more in Super Chats than Jeremy Hamley with 2 million subs? Say it ain't so. How is that possible? Dude. Either Jer is getting some of that little hat person wearing money, or he's surviving off of credit. I don't know, man. How's this guy paying the bills with $7 in Super Chats? On 135 concurrent viewers. What the hell? That's hilarious. So this guy's named Toby Turner. Honestly, this is indicative of how old I am, because I don't know who this guy is. But anyway, this is the guy. We kind of knew this, but did Toby admit he doesn't make... So this is the interview. So Jer, apparently, by the way, this guy canceled the first time he was supposed to appear on Jer's live stream. This is the guy. I don't know who this guy is. He's got an unkept beard, like peach fuzzy beard. By the way, guys, don't grow a beard if you can't get full coverage. I grow a beard. It's nice and thick. You can't see the skin anywhere along the beard. Got a nice, jawline taper to it, and everything's covered. And I don't have to let it grow that long. That's a real man's beard. If you can't grow a beard that'll cover the skin on your face, unless, you're looking like, Lazarus risen from the dead or something, with that long-ass freaking beard. You got to grow a foot-long beard to cover the hair on the skin on your face. Don't grow it. Don't grow it. Okay? But anyway, this guy is a musician? Okay, let's take a look here. This is the interview that was much touted that was supposed to save Jeremy's channel. The one that got $7 in Super Chats. Oh, my God.
That are sort of like this that I could play. Like that one, dude. The friggin', why don't iTunes approve my song? It's got a wholesome message. It's all like murder.
Yeah.
He can't sing. I can sing that good. I can do a Elvis impression better than that. This guy singing sucks.
It's so murder.
What is Jer drinking? Some kind of fruit punch? You think it's got vodka in it? I bet you there's vodka in that. I bet you it's not just fruit punch. There's some vodka in there. I'm almost certain that's got vodka in it.
But
I like the other. Yeah, you had that. You sent me that other one you're working on too. I think that's a cool. It's headed in a good direction too.
That's the one I think I sent. Oh no! Sticking them on 6 feet down in a fucking pit, all 6 feet.
Yeah. The one I was like trying.
Who's Who's listening to this music? What genre of music is this? It sounds terrible.
And use Microsoft Paint to be like, you should change the voice inflection here, and I couldn't figure out how to and then I'm why am I telling a guy with 6 million subscribers?
Well, who cares about subs? The dude gets about the same amount of views as you do on YouTube, man, and he's got 3 times the amount of subs. So that means his channel is doing even worse than yours. So
it's a rough. But
guys, subs don't mean anything. It's how many viewers you get. Honestly speaking, subs mean very little.
But man,
unless you want to determine what kind of engagement you're getting, otherwise, it's meaningless.
I miss stuff sometimes, and it just happens. But it's just kind of a once.
Of course, Jeremy focuses on that because he doesn't get any views of any real consequence, so he has to focus on his subs. That's the only thing he can, use to chase clout. Oh, I got 2 million subs.
It took me like 20 minutes to record it, but I have to make it sound pretty, which will take a while. But because I'm a procrastinator.
Well, that's how musicians are. I mean, right? Like, I think,
we're supposed to send it off to some pro.
Look at that huge, empty blotches of skin on his face. He's just got these huge swaths where there's no hair. If you can't grow a proper beard, don't bother. Get a razor.
And he does all the stuff.
Same goes for Jeremy. That's a horrible beard.
And I should do it. I just really love working with very few.
Look at the lip line. He doesn't even trim it along the lip. I mean, why are all these people so greasy and disheveled? All of these, high-tier successful YouTubers. They're just so successful. They're like, out of hell with it. I already make enough money. I already have enough clout. I'm already doing well enough. I don't have to put any real time or effort or care into how I look. Like Styx, Jeremy, now this Tobuscus guy. He looks like a disheveled bum. Dude, have some self-respect. Get a beard trimmer. Something. Get a haircut, man. Good Lord.
People, and the people that I love working with the most are really busy now. And so like Gonzo, my animator, he's super busy. I'm like, well, can I raise money and pay?
What is Melanie doing? She's just sitting there in the middle. It's like she's a prisoner. Prisoner to the money. I wish I didn't have to do this crap. I hate Jer, but God darn it, I can't pass up that $500 a pop. She's just like a blow-up doll. $500 a show blow-up doll.
Like a bunch of money? Did we do some cartoons maybe? Who knows? And then Terror Bright, super.
Can somebody tell me what this Tobuscus guy does? He's a musician. Now he's talking about animation. I don't know who this guy is.
Super famous and
I mean, going by the amount of views on his channel, not too many other people do either, I think.
Busy now. So they would want to
maybe a crossover with Seamus.
This is just really this was the live stream. This was the much touted live stream, the interview that was going to save his channel. Oh boy. Yeah. I think I see why I only got $7 in super chats, buddy. Oh boy. Well, now we've got Jer talking about church. Yeah, telling some truth here. Church complaint. This is my first summer at church. Admits he's never been to church before this year. It's all a grip. He was bragging how he was coming back to church after years of missing it a few months ago. It was around the time he quit drinking in April. All right, let's take a listen. It's the church grift segment. Yeah. Jeremy grifting as a Christian, baby.
You're not going to condone what they're doing. That's harmful.
Side note, church complaint. So this is you're my church liaison, so you have to hear it.
Yes. Okay.
This is
By the way, neither one of these people goes to church. I don't think. They're both like 700 Club Christians. It's the 700 Club. Yeah. They just sit at home, and their idea of going to church is turning on the TV and listening to whatever grifter, pastor, preacher is in their, $50 million mega church preaching.
my first summer at church.
Okay.
Boy, do they mail it in the summertime.
This is his first summer? Didn't he claim to have become a born-again Christian when Charlie Kirk got offed? But that was last year, dude. So, you've been lying all this time? Wasn't he talking about going to church last year? But now he's telling us that this is his first summer going to church. I don't even believe he goes to church, by the way. I think the entirety of him going to church is watching some, preacher online on YouTube or cable TV or whatever. He's just full of it. He lies so much. That's the problem with being a liar, and a pathological one at that. You tell so many lies, you can't keep track of them. So he forgot that he lied about being a churchgoer and a Christian. Hey, dude, if you're a Christian, you gotta go to church, right? I think so. Regularly, to be able to claim the Christendom mantle, don't you? I think. I don't know. It seems reasonable.
Like our main pastor hasn't even been there the last month. It's just been like mini pastors and like
Oh no.
other pastors of the church, and I'm like,
Dude, they probably watch this, You're dunking on your church and the pastors there. They probably watch your channel, man, because they know you're there and they know what you do for a living. And look at Mel. Got that arm tat, that sleeve, that tattoo sleeve. Wow. And she's wearing that A shirt, showing off all that skin. I thought Christians were supposed to be modest. There's no modesty there.
Is he
and then like
And what about pride? Isn't pride a sin? She got that big plaque. She's so proud of her 100,000 sub plaque. Meanwhile, before she started doing the quarterings live stream, she had like just a few hundred subs. The only reason she has that plaque is because of appearing on the quarterings live stream. And she's got that, up there, front facing for everybody to see. Yeah, isn't that pride? I thought pride was a sin, Melanie.
Asian?
he might be, or
Yeah.
he might come back and be like, oh, I was on a mission in Jerusalem or something like that.
Christian on a mission in Jerusalem? By the way, Christians are not welcome in Israel. I mean, you can go there, but if they see you wearing a cross, they'll like spit on you. They're really, really, really hostile to Christians over there, yo. Just so you know. Meanwhile, we're supposed to be very inviting and inclusive and accepting of them. I don't think so.
But like, man, these last 4 weeks have been the toughest 4 weeks of church for me. Cause like,
Aww.
if you ever have like,
You're going to be inclusive and accept them, but they hate you. Note, if you visit the little hat-wearing people country, do not wear a visible cross. They'll probably throw rocks at you.
pastor that you don't really like. I really like our main pastor.
What do you mean, pastor? Why is there a pastor doing the preaching? Shouldn't it be a priest? What kind of church does he go to? Is it like a Protestant thing? Are those real Christians? Catholics don't see them as real, and certainly Orthodox Christians don't really see them as real Christians. Aren't the Protestants the ones that are screwing up Christianity? All those libtard churches with the gay female preachers and such, the pride flags in the church and everything.
Right.
I don't like dislike the other pastors. They had a female one last week. That was about it for me.
Yeah.
I called it. It's probably a Protestant church. Why are you going to a Protestant church, man? Why don't you go to an Orthodox church? If you're like a real Christian, you'd be going to, like, at the very least, a Roman Catholic church, right? I don't know. This guy.
They had a lady.
A female preaching in a church? That's not Christianity. Of course, I bet Mel loves that, the covert effiness that she is.
And she was
not so covert, really.
Not good.
Oh no.
She was like,
I'm supposed to take this guy seriously? You go to a church that has women preaching the word, the gospel? What? What is this? You're not a Christian, Jer, even if you went to a church, which I highly suspect. Highly suspect.
not doing a sermon. She was like reading it was like it felt like being in a college class. Like she was just like
more like a lecture.
Yes, it was. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah,
Okay.
lecture.
Okay.
The younger guy is okay, but he makes too many jokes and he's like a little too.
Yeah.
He tries a little too hard, but he's not that bad.
I don't like that where they keep trying to make a bunch of jokes. There's some
Yeah.
that they can
Well-
and it's funny, but
She gets paid $500 for this. She just repeats what Jer says. She's just a glorified yes woman. Yeah, I don't like it when they make jokes. You're just saying what Jer said, but in a different way.
Usually, a lot of times yeah.
Usually, a lot of times yeah. Jer, hire me, man. You're throwing money left and right and center. Give me some of that money. I'll do a hell of a lot better job than Melanie Mack there. I'll tell you that.
The old guy pastor makes like a random joke once every
Right.
3 months. It's funny.
Yeah.
But if it's like every time, like I don't,
Yeah.
I don't care for that.
What kind of church is he going to? Is there a rainbow flag out front? Is there a pride flag out front? What is this?
Yeah.
But anyway, powering through, I'm hoping that, the main guy will be back. But this week has
It'll
been,
get better. Power through it.
yeah, I'm
It's a progressive church? What? That's not a church at all.
guessing it's just summer. What I was asking was, is it normal that like things slow down a little bit in the summer? Certainly attendance is way
can.
down.
Why would attendance be down in summer? I don't get that. People out doing stuff, they don't want to go to church? I don't know. Can't be that hot in Wisconsin, can it? I mean, I guess if you're, 450-pound pant load, it feels hotter than it actually is. But
Especially if if the pastor is on vacation, then usually things aren't going to be as good until he gets back.
where are the priests? What is it, these pastors? And where's a priest? It's just pastors doing the sermons? It's like a Protestant church. This is not real Christianity.
Yeah.
But it happens.
I was like ranting about it. And I was like, man, if they want,
Is it like evangelical? I don't know.
like summer attendance is down for churches across the board.
Even the people in his comments section. If you have a female pastor, get a new church. Yeah, but this is the one closest to Jared's house. He don't care. He just wants to be able to clout chase and say, I go to church. And I can prove it. What kind of church? One that has a female pastor.
assume. And
Yeah.
the thing is, like, I was like, I was like bitching and moaning during the sermon to my wife.
Yeah.
I was like, keep that Christmas energy in summer and maybe people will come during summer. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like Christmas is like high energy,
Oh yeah.
huge production for like 3 straight months. Church is awesome.
Yep.
And then Easter gets
But you don't go. You just said this like your first summer going. How would you know?
good again. And then in the summer, it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
I know, baby Jesus, it's not supposed to be entertaining. I get it. But
You gotta have some showmanship, right? Some creativity, some panache.
I guess like it's probably just true that people it's summertime, people are on vacations.
Where are the real priests that go to seminary for 4 years and study theology in university before that are well educated and have a well versed in theology? A pastor?
They're going camping. They're not. But I wonder if they kept that same Christmas energy in the summer.
Christmas energy. I see. He needs a full-on production. He gets too bored. Hey, Jer, the point of going to church isn't to be entertained, pal. It's to form a closer connection to God. Last I checked, well, I guess being the swinger that he is, the big, giant, degen, demon-influenced degenerate that he is, there's no getting closer to God the way he is.
Yeah.
Then if attendance would get better, probably wouldn't. Church has free AC. That's true. It's 90. It was
That is-
94
He's sniffing some more. Yeah.
here yesterday and humid.
94, that's nothing. That's a cool day to me, buddy.
Very
Oh.
humid. It was.
I wish it was 94 here. Wow. Female pastor in his church. What kind of church is that? What churches have like females preaching that are Christian, supposedly Christian churches, like evangelical or something like that, or Protestant? I don't know. Like those churches that have the lesbian, like priestettes or something. Oh God. Yet more evidence that this guy is not a real Christian. But hey, let me know what you think. Do you think that if somebody is going to a church with a female preacher, that's actually a Christian church? No, it's not. But let me know what you think. Am I wrong in my estimation? Let me know in the comments section, and please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already. Hit that notification bell to be notified of any future content that I create. Leave a comment. I hear it's good for the algorithm. Also, if you would like to support my continued content creation, you can do it in a number of ways. Number 1, you can leave a super chat. Number 2, you can hit that join button below the video and support my YouTube channel on a monthly basis via YouTube 3, you can subscribe to my Patreon, link in the description, and you can also you can make a donation via my GoFundMe. That link is also in the description, along with all my social media links. You should follow me on all those as well. Anyway, I am the Realist Philosopher, and I wish you all a good and pleasant day. And take care. Do that. A priestess. Jesus. What is this? Is this witchcraft? Is this a pagan religion? What are we talking about here? Female pastors? What, she got a buzz cut? Probably a lesbian. They all seem to be lesbians. All these female priestesses, these female Christian preachers, whatever. What a bunch of crap. That's fake. That's faux. That's false Christianity, man. Yeah, you know you're dealing with a fake Christian when they say their church has a female pastor. I'm sorry. You're sexist, realist? No, I'm a realist. What are you talking about? Chappy chat. Chase, and we will give us a... You want me to give it? I'm not giving any sword demonstration, dude. I don't make a spectacle of myself. Phased by Moons. Okay, Superman. How much do you keep through Super Chats? I think it's 70%, and YouTube gets 30%. So, yeah, if you're going to donate, do it through other means if possible. Chappy Chap, he was a swordsman. I still practice the sword 5 days a week, man. Used to be 6, but I can't do 6 days anymore because I got screwed up by my illness. But I'll be doing a sword workout after this show before I go to bed. I used to do my sword workout in the morning before work. I can't do it anymore. Now I try to do it and I'm exhausted for work. Anyway, Chappy Chap, if the Quarterine said yes, would you sword fight him? Like, get out of here, dude. No, not into that kind of ego crap. He's like a 450-pound guy. He couldn't use a sword. That dude couldn't chop wood with an axe. He can't do nothing. It wouldn't. Don't be silly, Chappy. Philly Yuri, Carmelo might get some tube steak. Yeah. Oh, he will, for sure. Yeah, don't drop the soap, Carmelo. Bojack. I've done time. No one in prison views media the way outsiders do. The kid is going into a state camp just like everyone else does. No one will know who he is at first, but then they will. Then they won't care within 2 weeks. You're probably right. Kenny Lee, the U.S. economy sucks right now. Yay, we're all suffering together. Ishtar be gone. I am evangelical. Okay, I don't know. I'm just asking a question. I'm not downing you. I don't know. I mean, all the churches I see, like online videos that have like female pastors or something, it's like some weird Protestant thing. I don't know too much about the evangelical stuff, but it's one of these weird Protestant offshoots usually. I'm totally ignorant about that. I think the real hardcore Christians, they go to like Eastern Orthodox, right? Roman Catholic, I don't know. I mean, that's better than a church with a female pastor. Who wants to go to a church with a woman preaching? You know. You want to call me sexist? Call me sexist. I mean, whatever. All right, we got some more stuff here. We got some more content. Let's get right to it. By the way, if you're wondering why this stream is called a fundraising stream, I don't know. I was stupid. I should have just given it a regular title, talking about, and a thumbnail, talking about all the dunking I would do in chair and Styx. I don't know why I did that. Stupid. Nobody wants to watch a stream that's all about fundraising, which this is not, by the way. But yeah, I am trying to raise funds to get through this summer. It's been brutal. Hopefully this is the last year that I have to do this crappy work. I mean, I feel worse than I did a year ago, but you know, I'm able to do more than I was a year ago. So hopefully I can get back to my my trade, my field of expertise, that'd be great. First, I got to get through this summer, though, so if you could make a donation, I'd really appreciate it. The GoFundMe is in the description. All right, let's... Oh, there's an ad. Oh, God. Give me a sec. I got to wait so I can skip it. There we go. All right, cool. Yeah, so you guys know, before I came back, started making content again, my channel was mostly anti-womanist, right? Anti-F.M.ism stuff. Trying to speak in code, but the AI can probably see right through that. By the way, I think AI is already self-aware. I think that's where the end of the world's going to be coming from. I think people are worrying way too much about CO2, which is natural and normal. It's good for plants, which then produce oxygen, which offsets the CO2, by the way. I mean, we've had ice ages, yo, where there was more CO2 in the atmosphere. There is no end of the world. All this apocalypse talk is nonsense. That's why they use the code of climate change, whatever that means. I mean, it's called winter, summer, spring, fall. Yeah, climate change is ubiquitous. It's natural. The world is not going to end by any kind of climate disaster. It's probably going to be AI, something Skynet or something. I don't know, man. AI really concerns me, though, big time. But anyway, let's move on. So, yeah. All right. Give me a sec. Open this up. Yeah. Cool. So, hello all and welcome. It is I, the Realist Philosopher, and this is the Realist Philosopher Show. So, in this video, we're going to be reviewing a compilation of clips that have been compiled by Cosmic Verse. I enjoy his content. I don't always agree with his takes, but what he does do is the hard work of collecting these clips of these cringy, crazy, Western broads, self-dunking, self-owning. It's some really funny stuff. So let's get into it, shall we?
I've realised something. I don't know how to date.
Just a little tip for the men out there. Women do not like when you complain about work.
Guys, I'll tell you what. I am done with this dating world. Legit done.
We have made it so difficult for men to get women, and everyone, both sexes, are suffering as a result. The solution to the dating crisis...
I do agree that both men and women are struggling to date, and mostly it's modern women who contributed to that reality. As things stand, nothing will change. The dating scene will continue to crumble.
Well, not all men are having a difficult time dating. The top 5-10% of dudes, they have no problem getting broads. The only problem is the vast majority of broads are chasing just that top 5-10% of dudes. So they're the 90%, yeah, they're having a hard time, for sure.
No one wants to hear this, but nobody wants to date a woman in her 30s. If you haven't settled down by the time you're in your 30s, just give it up. No,
I wouldn't mind, but I'm in my 50s, so.
one wants an emotionally intelligent, self-aware, secure woman who only wants a man for his character.
I haven't met a woman like that in a long freaking time. Self-aware, emotional. By the way, what the hell is emotionally intelligent? There's no such thing. Emotions don't have intelligence. It's like the stupidest term invented.
All conservative women, your men don't want you. They want us. And how sad that is for you, because I cannot imagine basing my entire life, my belief system, my family planning, all of trying to get men to be attracted to me, and it's still not working. It is an...
Well, lady, you're wearing makeup. You've got puffed up, collagen-filled lips. We say no lines on your face. Your brow is not furrowing, so either you've had Botox injected into your face in copious amounts, or you've got 3 inches of foundation on your face. Either way, you're not wearing all that for the other ladies, yo.
Don't stereotype that men on dating apps hide their political views. It's not to attract conservative women, though. Videos explaining this are a dime a dozen on this app, coming from conservative men themselves, because they see liberal women as more of a challenge. You get what that means? They're saying...
Yeah, I don't want a challenge. I'm too old. I don't want to deal with games and crap. Make it easy, ladies.
you're easy, which is hilarious because that's actually the insult you guys use for us, isn't it? So please remember, when you do eventually settle down with Kyle, Chet, Tanner, Tucker, the only reason you are able to do so is because we allow you to, because we don't want them.
Immediately after watching this, my brain sees that woman as very similar to a mistress that stands there delusional, saying that the man that she's having an affair with wants her and doesn't want his wife. Yeah.
Yeah, meanwhile, this broad, she's single. Not this chick, but the one behind her.
That man wants to stay with his wife and doesn't want to leave his wife to be with the mistress. Like, they're out of their mind, Delulu, because if that man actually did want to build a life with you, then why wouldn't he be with you? And it's not because you're the challenging one. What this woman doesn't understand, and I think that she truly believes what she's saying, what she really needs to do, though, is to take a step back and look at the situation for what it is. Because think about guys that are on dating apps, right?
Well, most guys on dating apps are not looking for long-term relationships. I mean, 90% of men know they're not going to get anywhere on a dating app. You're just not. It's the top 10% of guys, right? You know, they're spinning numerous plates, and then maybe they have a slow night, and, they got a slot to fill, and they're bored. They need to get laid, and so they go on the dating app. They find a chick like this. Broad, and, get their needs met, and then go back to work. Leave her in the, gutter where she belongs.
There's many guys that do want a serious relationship, but where do you think men go that...
No guy on a dating app wants a serious relationship, okay? You're not going to find one on there, trust me.
Don't want...
Those dating apps are designed to not match you with people who are compatible, because if it did, then you wouldn't be a return customer, you see.
On a serious relationship. Like, do you think that he's going to his friends group and he's spoiling that? Do you think he's going to his work?
This is what projection looks like when attention gets confused with commitment. A man may flirt with a woman, he may sleep with a woman, he may entertain her, but that does not mean he sees her as a wife. That is the part a lot of women miss. They think...
Well, that's the problem. It doesn't matter how much you try to teach women, they're all about their feelings. And it's all biologically determined for them. And for a woman, no matter how much you try to educate them, they conflate sexual interest and intimacy sexually with wanting a committed relationship from them. That's what they do. So if you're interested in them sexually, they conflate that with relationship interest. Nah. Guy just wants to get his rocks off, okay?
Because men want access to them, men must want to build with them. Those are not the same thing. A man can desire one woman casually and still choose a different woman seriously. So when she says conservative men really want women like her, the real question is simple. Then why are they not choosing you for marriage? Why are they not building families with you? Why are they not making you the woman they commit to? A lot of women are learning that being wanted for fun is not the same as being wanted for a future.
I've realised something. I don't know how to date. I was so used to being a wife, a girlfriend, a fiance for so long that I actually don't know how to do this bit. I don't know how to just be a bit nonchalant and just go with the flow and...
Well, you shouldn't be nonchalant. Dating is very serious. I don't. By the way, how does she get married, be a fiance, a wife? She said she's been a wife, and she's not anymore, so she's divorced. How were you able to do all that, and you don't know how to date? By the way, dating's not difficult. You go out with somebody, you be yourself. That's it. But you should take it very seriously. No.
Chilled out about stuff. Like, I only know how to be all in. And I find this part really, really difficult. Like,
what are you, a psycho? You a sociopath? You just be yourself, honey. What's so hard about that? I have no self. I'm a chameleon. Ah, I see. Yeah. No identity. Yeah, gotcha.
How do we skip the talking and the dating phase and just go to like being married and living?
Why would you want to skip all that? I mean, did you do that with your first husband? Well, that would explain why you're divorced. Let's just skip all the getting to know each other stuff. Yeah. I just care if he has money.
Happily ever after, because sign me up.
I was really surprised to see my last video, which was talking about why women break up with a nice guy, actually delivered to a
He's boring. I'm bored.
Big majority audience of men. The comments were truly insane, saying everything from, oh, she just got bored, she didn't like the sex, she's just a miserable bitch. I honestly think men are miserable, and
Projection. No, you're miserable, honey. So you think men must be as well. Nope, we're not equal.
if they really think, oh my God, you're gonna be alone forever, and that's like some kind of insult, like, I'm good, bro.
I'm good, bro. Bro? If a woman calls you bro, run. It means she's very masculine and disagreeable. So you want to get the hell out of there as quick as you possibly can. Not you, bro. You're a woman.
I'm good.
A lot of women say they are fine being alone, but the tone tells a different story. When someone is truly at peace, they do not sound this defensive.
They also don't feel the need to tell you they're happy being alone. If you were content being alone, you wouldn't need to dispute that without being prompted. And even if you were prompted, you wouldn't feel the need to say it.
They do not need to keep proving that loneliness is not an insult. The reason that comment hits a nerve is because deep down, most people do not want to grow old alone. They want love. They want family. They want someone who chooses them. But instead of admitting that, some women turn it into pride.
You're talking about women. Men can do that. Women really can't. That's why they have all these weird exotic pets, ferrets, and all this other crap, and exotic birds, cockatoos, and stuff like that. They can't be alone. Men can. Women, not so much.
I am good. I do not care. Being alone
That means you do actually care.
does not bother me. Maybe that is true for some women, but for many, it becomes a shield. Because if they admit they want a good man, they also have to admit their choices, attitude, and standards may be part of why they do not have one. Pretending not to care does not make the cost disappear.
Genuinely, I wish I understood how my brain works, because I think I want a boyfriend, and I met the cutest guy. He had a man bun, perfect.
What the hell is a man bun? I don't know what a man bun is. Somebody tell me.
Brown hair with curls. My shit. Anyway, he asked me on a date, and please tell me why I said, this is making me feel panicky. I think I need a lobotomy. And I ran away. But I did give him my number eventually. And he texts me every weekend, but I never replied because I told him I needed a lobotomy.
Just a little tip for the men out there. Women do not like when you complain about work. In the 40s, men were getting drafted to go to war. And you want to complain about your 9 to 5? I don't care if it's 9 to 9. Complaining about work is just so unattractive.
But I thought you ladies want communication. And by the way, if you're not there to be supportive and listen to my problems, what the hell are you there for? Just to take my money? Subsist off my resources? Oh, yeah.
We don't like it. Stop.
And men don't like it when women complain about complaining. I mean, is this why so many women come to a point where they don't even ask their man how their day was? And if they do still ask how their day was, they actually become annoyed by his answer?
Yeah, they don't care. That's correct.
Because why? You expected a very short answer from him and it to be an opening, actually, for you to talk 45 minutes about nonsense about your day? To me,
yeah, we're supposed to care about what they have to say, what they think in their day, but they really don't care about ours. At all.
it sounds a little one-sided. And I always find it interesting now.
That's modern relationships in the West in a nutshell. Totally, completely one-sided, favoring the female because it can, because they have all the hand, they have all the power.
When I see these videos of women that are trying to utilize this whole men used to go to war argument, because you as a woman, you're also not getting married at the age of 21 and then having 8 babies in a row and raising them partially by yourself because your man is off to war. And
by the way, by that same argument, you never had to go to war and you still don't have to be drafted or sign up for the draft. So why the hell should I listen to you?
By the way, there are still men that go to war. So are you giving them a pass to talk about their day and their
Of course not.
feelings, or no?
This is exactly why a lot of men are tired of dating these women. They want a man to work, provide, protect, listen, stay emotionally available, and absorb their stress. But the
It's called being an emotional tampon. They want you to be one, but they can't. It's too much work. Oh, but we should be able to, shoulder that burden. But they can't.
moment he talks about his own day, suddenly it is unattractive. That is not partnership. That is emotional selfishness.
I don't believe in marriage as a partnership. That's a silly idea. Like it's some kind of business. It shouldn't be. Unfortunately, it's been commoditized into one.
A man is not a machine built to fund the lifestyle and stay silent about the weight he carries.
Well, he's not that. He's not supposed to be that, but that's what he's been made into, and that's what modern Western women expect.
If women want men to care about their feelings, they cannot turn around and punish men for having any. This is why some men stop opening up. Not because they have no emotions, but because they learned that the wrong woman will use his honesty as proof he is weak.
They'll also use your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, anything intimate you share with them against you at some point. Another reason why you really shouldn't share too many emotions with a broad.
Then those...
And meanwhile, these are the same women that say, oh, men aren't emotional enough, they don't open up. And then when you do open up, they complain. You can't win either way, so don't play.
Those same women wonder why good men do not want to deal with them anymore.
Friendly PSA to the men of the world, because...
Well, if you're a good man, you don't have to worry. They're not going to pick you. Until they're old and bitter, and then they're old and bitter, and, you have to deal with this kind of crap.
I don't know if you guys genuinely don't know or if you're just rude. If you're going on a date with a woman, that woman has started preparing for the date hours in advance because of all the stuff that we have to do. You might notice I have a full face of makeup on right now, and that's because I was planning to go on a date in like an hour. The date just texted.
What do you mean have to do? You don't have to do all that. You could go makeup free. Right, then you wouldn't be able to sucker a guy in with your, inflated SMV. Make yourself look better than you actually do in reality.
To me and asked to reschedule because he's busy with work. Sir, non-respectfully, I have been planning for this, getting ready for this whole day. I've been hydrating. I've been doing...
Hydrating? She wants credit for drinking more water?
Skincare. I've been doing a self-tanner.
So we're not supposed to objectify you, but everything about you that is important and relevant is about your physical appearance.
My hair mask in my hair this morning. I did my makeup. I haven't done my hair yet. And now you text me and you want to reschedule. And then people want to know why I'm always like dating different people. It's because I just don't have the patience for this. I will never go on a date with this person again. I'm not even being funny or dramatic. Like, it's so rude. It's just...
He has to work. It's called priorities, sweetheart. By the way, that guy's husband material. He cares about his job. He's dedicated to his job. He's going to bring home the bacon. Oh, you don't want that?
Disrespectful of my time. And I don't want to be with someone like that, so...
What do you mean respectful of your time? Are you paying him a salary? What are you talking about? It has nothing to do with respect. Dopey broad. She's going to be single forever.
It's like, do you guys just not get it? I feel like for men, like, you guys get ready really quickly. But even then, like, even if I got ready quickly, like, what if I wanted to do something else tonight? Now it's too late to do something else, and I'm just stuck with you being...
Read a book.
A fucking disrespectful asshole. All right, well...
I'm so tired.
Lovely language, yeah.
Tired of men? I mean, that could just be the post right there, but, like, I'm so tired of men thinking that they are entitled to your body, like, just because. I'm out at a...
Well, you believe you're entitled to their money. I guarantee you, whatever chads you're going out with, you're expecting them to pay for that dinner.
Club with my girlfriends, and we meet a group of guys, and one of them is, like, talking to me, and... I forget, like, what we're talking about, but he's like, give me a hug. And I say no. I say, no, I don't want to give you a hug. And he goes, oh, my God, you're crazy. You're crazy.
Yeah, I wonder where he got that idea.
And then all of his dudes laugh. They think that's so funny. They think it's so funny. This is what we mean when we say all men.
Well, all chads. All top 10%ers. You could date a guy that was lower down on the totem pole, earnings-wise, but would actually not act that way. But, of course, you won't do that. Until you have no choice, and then you'll bitch and moan and complain that you had to settle.
I don't want to give you a fucking hug. I don't owe you fucking shit.
Well, he don't owe you nothing either, so, stay alone forever, honey.
I don't owe you anything.
Uh-huh.
I don't owe you anything.
Oh, geez, this is almost as bad as the bird hands. Women clapping to enunciate their points. Another red flag to add to the list.
Okay? And then if you're one of those dudes.
Dudes. That's another one. Women that use the word dudes to refer to men. Red flag!
Laughs when your homie is calling a
Homie,
woman
another one, homie. She's just throwing out the red flags left and right, baby.
crazy because she doesn't want to fucking touch you. This is what we mean when we say it's all of you.
So he was unattractive. Yeah. She wasn't attracted to him. If he'd have been a good-looking guy, you'd have had no problem giving him a hug and a whole bunch of other things. And a tug, too, I have no doubt.
It's all men.
This makes...
Is it all men, though? I don't know, sweetheart. This guy was just not so attractive and drunk, so he was a little more forward than he would usually be.
Makes no sense. You cannot blame all men for the actions of one man. And
Well, you see, this is what women do because they're collectivists by nature. So they conflate, the men that they interact with all men. It's just all men. That's why they love socialism so much.
this is what a lot of women do today. One man will do something, and then they will blame all men as a whole. And to be honest, the guy did not even do anything wrong enough to justify that reaction.
Yeah, you went to a bar. He was probably drunk. You were chit-chatting, chatting it up. Wanted to see how open-minded you were. Give me a hug. He was testing the waters. Big deal.
He asked for a hug.
I wouldn't ask for a hug. It's kind of an insecure thing, right? Got to test the waters, see if she's interested. If you can't tell, you need some kind of physical demonstration of it. Yeah, you're kind of an insecure guy. Yeah, she wasn't attracted to him. Yeah, okay. Doesn't mean all men are bad. It's just one dude. Women do this all the time. It's called a compositional fallacy. Compositional fallacy. Look it up.
He said no. That should have been the end of it. Maybe he reacted immaturely by calling her crazy. Maybe his friends should not have laughed.
I don't know. This broad looks crazy to me.
But turning that into all men...
By the way, we only have our side. We don't know how she actually reacted. She probably reacted in a very crazy way, which is why they called her crazy.
Other problem is exactly the kind of projection men are tired of. Women do this constantly now. One bad date becomes men are trash. One awkward interaction becomes men feel entitled. One uncomfortable moment becomes all men are dangerous. That is not accountability.
Yeah, I mean, listen to the baggage this broad has. And this is just from one interaction in a bar. Can you imagine how many dudes this chick has actually been with and how much baggage she actually is carrying? And you want to deal with that? And you want to pay for the mistakes of other men that have come before her that didn't live up to her expectations? Oh my God. That's why we men actually care about things like body count. This broad.
That is resentment looking for a target. If you do not want a hug, say no. That is your right. But do not take one random interaction at a club and use it to condemn half the planet.
We have made it so difficult for men to get women, and everyone, both sexes, are suffering as a result. The solution...
Well, men are suffering less, because we can do the lone wolf thing, ladies. You can't. So in the end, we win, okay? In a war of attrition, men win.
The solution to the dating crisis is actually pretty simple. Simple, not easy. And it involves two things. One, women need to be able to see the same men repeatedly, and two, men need to be able to demonstrate some form of competence in front of women. The problem is, we've destroyed a lot of the places where this used to happen naturally, and the rest of the places we've mostly made it socially unacceptable to do. It's why dating apps aren't working out that well for women. They need places where they can warm up to a guy. Otherwise, they'll just swipe through and pick the tallest, richest one and call it a day and wonder why they're miserable in a couple years. And men need to be able to show off something other than just being tall and hot, which is
Well, I gotta give it to this broad. She has more insight than most.
basically all dating apps allow you to show. So if you have any other skill or ability or way to stand out, good luck.
Well, I'm not gonna be a dancing monkey for some broad, okay? I don't care where we're meeting.
reason that high school boys carry a lot of chairs at church youth group. There's a reason that a guy scoring a touchdown or doing a sick guitar solo is rarely alone later in the night. He's able to invent his attractiveness. He's able to say, hey, I'm top dog in this domain. Meanwhile, apps have narrowed the
I think you mean he's able to demonstrate, but anyway.
domains that you can succeed in, basically attractiveness, height, and to the degree that you can signal it wealth. But here's where my issue is. We have societally made it pretty unacceptable for men to ask women out at basically all of the places where
Me too. Yeah.
where women seem
Everything. And of course, the everything is SA, right? Yeah.
men frequently, and where men can demonstrate any kind of flex. Like, everyone loves Jim and Pam in the millennial generation, but they actually hate office romance. And Gen Z is very much following in their footsteps. Now, there are still some environments where this is possible, but they're very much environments that you have to actively opt into. Social dancing, run clubs, volunteer work, church groups, political campaigns. And to be clear, I think these things are all good and you should opt into them, but we have to also recognize that societally, we're starting to handicap ourselves by narrowing the number of places where you can socially acceptably ask someone out, because it's gotten so narrow that now only dating apps fit the bill.
This is one
I'd be very careful, by the way, about meeting chicks at church socials. A lot of the women going to churches these days are, women that have been on the streets for a long time, and now that they've gone through lots and lots of Chads and Tyrones and had no success because Chad and Tyrone have limitless options, essentially. Then they want to settle down, so they do the TradCon chameleon thing, where they pretend, do the performative Christian deal, and go to church to try to snag a dude. You got to be real careful.
reason so many women are struggling to date now. The dating market got flattened into apps, photos, height, money signals, and quick judgment. That hurts average men, but it also hurts women who need time to warm up to a man.
Yeah, it's the illusion of unlimited options. Yeah, used to be a guy could go out, meet abroad, and he could make up for wherever he was lacking with charisma, charm, personality, humor. Now you can't demonstrate any of that because everybody's meeting through dating apps.
A decent guy might...
Or trying to anyway, and failing because those dating apps are not set up to meet anybody for anything long term.
Be funny, disciplined, competent, kind, or respected in his community, but none of that shows through a swipe. So women keep filtering for the same obvious traits.
Well, women aren't taught to value those things in the first place, so...
Then wonder why the men they choose do not commit or treat them seriously. The old environments let men build attraction over time. Modern dating removed those environments, then blamed men when the results got worse. A lot of women are not single because there are no good men. They are single because the system trained them to overlook good men before those men ever get a chance.
Has anyone else experienced this when you are newly dating someone? I will give guys a chance who I think have potential, but I'm already thinking ahead, like, I'm going to have to break up with this guy. This is going to be so sad. He likes me so much. And then on a random weekday, the vibe just shifts. He stops texting, and maybe you hear back from him hours later, maybe not at all. And we all know what that means.
She's neurotic. I'd stop texting you too. You're so neurotic.
And it's always just so humbling to me.
And her voice is very annoying. She's very pessimistic. I wouldn't want to date you either, honey.
Because I am someone, like, I am not an overly confident person. I have to work on my self-esteem, but for some reason with dating, I am always thinking like, oh my gosh, these guys like me so much, and like, I'm gonna have to be the one that ends it. And no, I am always humbled. And
she's very fatalistic too. Quite a negative person. But she's expecting positive outcomes. Totally lacking in self-awareness.
I don't think dating is for me, because even when I don't care, like, and that's what dating is too, like
I think dating is for you, honey, for a lifetime. Banging, clanging, and then getting ghosted. That's for you.
sometimes you are dating like one or two people to try to figure out your compatibility and what kind of person you want to be with. But
She's very frivolous. A lot of these modern broads, they're so frivolous in their approach, and then they wonder why they can't find a man.
I just don't think I have the strength for it anymore. Like, it's just reopening old wounds and
Yeah, see, accumulated trauma. Who the hell wants to deal with that?
and I am so at peace being single.
No, you're not.
And I just feel like I either want to be single or like I need to find someone and it just feels easy and they're not triggering these insecurities.
Well, honey, you're getting in your own way. That's most of your problems, so it's not going to be easy.
And then we get married. Like, why can't it just be that simple?
Because you're a mess? Hasn't anybody told you you're a mess?
This is the dating pool humbling a lot of women. She starts off assuming the man is more interested than she is. She is already imagining how sad it will be when...
Yeah, listen to the way she's talking. He's more attracted to me. He's more into me than I am into him. Yeah, so you are approaching the relationship from a very standoffish, sort of uninterested point of view, have an uninterested attitude. You're not showing much interest. You're not giving the guy very much hand. You're not acting as if you really care all that much. You're very aloof, would be the word. And so he tries harder when you act that way initially, but then he realizes, oh, she's very non-committal and aloof and not all that interested, even if you are, and then he ghosts you. Yeah.
She has to let him down. Then he pulls back, and suddenly the whole story changes.
Oh, and then, of course, she blames him and not herself. Yeah.
That is what happens when women underestimate men's options and overestimate how invested he is early on.
Yeah, a guy don't want to keep continually trying and getting nothing in return. Eventually, he's just gonna book it.
A lot of men are no longer begging for attention. If the energy feels uncertain, if she is lukewarm, or if he senses she is treating him like a backup, he may simply disappear.
Yep.
That is why dating feels so triggering for women who are used to being the chooser. Men...
Well, until they get older. Then it's the men that have the options, yo.
...are choosing too now. And a lot of them are not waiting around to be someone's maybe.
Yeah, nobody wants to be second choice. Nobody wants to be an orbiter. Nobody wants to be unappreciated, okay? That's what these ladies are finding out. But they don't realize it's their fault. They'll still blame the guy. But anyway, there you go. More delusional broads, totally lacking in self-awareness, don't realize that they are actually the problem. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you appreciate the raw RP way. Tell it like it is. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I hear it's good for the algo. We'll see. If you'd like to support my continued content creation, please either make a super chat. Any amount's greatly appreciated. Or you can join my YouTube channel as a monthly supporting member by hitting the join button. You can also follow my Patreon, link in the description, along with all of my social media links. You should follow me on those as well, by the way, to keep abreast of any new content or comments I leave on social media. It's always interesting to read and follow along with. And if you'd like to support me in the here and now, I also have a GoFundMe campaign going on now. That link is also in the description. At the very least, check it out. Make a donation. I'd really appreciate it. I could use your help. Anyway, on that note, I'm out of here. I am the Realist Philosopher, and I wish you all a good and pleasant day. And take care. Yeah. If you're going to act like you don't care and you're not interested, don't expect a guy to stick around, okay? The problem that these broads run into is they age out. They age out. They hit 30, they hit the wall, they're not as good looking, they put on weight, they put on poundage. They're not as attractive as they used to be, but their standards don't change. They still act the same way they did when they were 22 and hot. But they're not anymore. And so guys start to walk away. They don't chase so much anymore. They're not willing to put in as much effort. And then chicks like this wonder, well, what happened? You got fat. You hit the wall. You got crow's feet now, honey. That's what happened. Oy, oy, oy. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Probably not too many comments. Yeah, I really mislabeled and misthumbnailed this stream. Has very little to do with my fundraiser, but it's still the same dunking on people. But anyway, let me see here. All right. Let me see. Phil Geary, Realist versus Sky Bowl. I remember that Sky Bowl. It was like their, it was like a helper that appeared on some of Jeremy Hambley's RC channels, like some of those RC channel videos. Anyway, BoJack. I already read that. Kina 37. Karen would like to help, but Ken don't give an S. FS1ML. I'm sure when he asked for a hug, she probably started throwing hands around and her girlfriends had to hold her back. I can see it now. How dare he ask me for a hug? So entitled. Yeah. She's all hyperbolic. We don't know his side. You're never going to get an accurate representation from a woman when she's at fault, okay? You got to go to the man. Always two sides of the story. I bet she acted nutty, crazy, probably flipping out, acted nuts. And then when the guy called her out on it and said, you're crazy, probably acted all affronted and offended, you know. That's it for the comments. Okay. All right, let's move on. Next segment. Let me see here. What do we got? Jer race baiting. Excellent. Oh, this should be good. Yeah. Yeah, Jer has been doing... Has anybody noticed this, by the way? He's been doing a lot of race baiting. Yeah. I guess it gets the likes, but... I don't know. Can you get away with that on YouTube? I mean, I know you can get away with it on Rumble. Yeah, I mean, at least if you're Jer, because he has that close relationship with the Rumble CEO. And he had that Rumble deal. So maybe he's excluded from the shadow banning, but I don't know if you can get away with this even on Rumble. But anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Screen capture, check. Check. All right, let's do it. So hello all and welcome. It is I, the Realist Philosopher, and this is the Realist Philosopher Show. So how y'all doing today? I hope you're all doing good, fine, and well. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. Kind of tired, but that's nothing new. So we got Jeremy Hambley here, also known as the Quarter Pounder, Hamburglar, Ham Planet, and he's doing the race baiting thing again. I honestly don't know how he gets away with this, because when I do this on YouTube, any video that I do it on gets heavily shadow banned, algorithmically suppressed, and then they just do the thing across my whole channel, which is what's happened now. You know, they just throttle me. Every video. You got to be extremely careful on YouTube. So I screwed up, and now I'm screwed. I don't know how he gets away with it. I guess because he's so big and he spends so much money on YouTube. Also, I think this is his Rumble live stream. I don't know if this appears on YouTube. But even if it did, he probably gets a pass because he spends so much money advertising his videos. Oh, boy. But anyway, from the Kino Grove, what are we doing here? The Quarter is baiting a race war. Jer is using tired of it all as a justification of further violence for him to farm content. He loops back to Carmelo Anthony eventually. You know, didn't he get a nice boost from that Carmelo Anthony trial in views, and now he's back down to almost no views? So let's see what Jer has to say. He's doing a lot of this lately. This race baiting stuff, man. Black fatigue and all that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that gets views though.
Yeah, get to the part where you tell white people not to get revenge. You don't say the crime is bad. You say, hey, white people, don't get revenge.
To address an incident that has understandably caused concern in our community. That
incident
is an incident that a lot of people are talking about, and we can confirm at this time that Longview police officers responded to an assault at Whiskey J's bar here in Longview, Texas. Based on the information currently available, we believe that this is an isolated incident.
He does not mention the fact that they targeted her for being white and targeted her as revenge for Carmelo Anthony being found guilty.
Saw some black people, some black guy or black people beat up a white lady. Notice he doesn't mention the race. I've noticed this, that when it's a black guy assaulting a white person or black person assaulting a white person, they never mention race, or they rarely mention the race of the perpetrator. But if it's a white person that's the perp, you always hear about that.
Just so we're clear, that's what this was. This officer seems to not mention either of those two things.
One arrest has been made, and the investigation remains
now we know
active
they
and
got
ongoing.
the other two, which I showed you.
Because of that, there are details we cannot and will not release at this time.
Translation, we don't want people to know that yet another black person assaulted a white person. Yeah. We don't want to let you know just how many black people are assaulting white people, because the reverse, whitey assaulting blackie, is so rare by comparison, even though there's way more white people than black people. Yeah, got it.
We are also aware of social media conversations concerning retaliation.
Why are you talking about that? Shouldn't you be talking about the perp and what they did and why they did it? They hate whitey! No. We can't talk about that. We can't talk about things that are true or real, right? No. Anything that might make black people as a whole look bad, we can't talk about that. But if it's about white people being evil and bad as a whole, white supremacy and all that, oh, well, we can talk about that, for sure.
Division and attacks between members of our community.
I think your community is just black people. You don't seem to care too much about white people. Just getting that sense.
Statements are being reviewed seriously.
What are we living in Germany now? You say, are we living in the UK now? You say something that the authorities don't like on Facebook or Twitter, something that's completely, totally innocuous, and the cops show up at your door.
At this time, we do not have...
So they haven't even caught the other two people that ruthlessly beat down this girl for being white and because Carmelo Anthony was found guilty.
So 3 people beat up a white woman? Wow, that's lovely. Did he at all ever mention the race of the 3 perps? I didn't hear any mention. I would think that would be pertinent, yo. It was obviously racially motivated, but no, we can't mention that unless the perps are white.
But they're going on their way to say, well, we're investigating people on social media.
Verified information to support any broader threat to the public.
You mean to black people, right? We're afraid whitey might retaliate. We can't have that. When black people retaliate, that's okay.
The Longview Police Department is actively investigating this matter, and we are in communication with the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
About social media posts? 1984, baby. That's where we're living.
Oh, okay.
Any credible threat, any attempt to organize violence.
Again.
Why is he talking about abstract, nebulous, non-existent crimes instead of the actual crime that occurred? This is just a distraction. This is a red herring. So I want to talk about crimes that have yet to happen instead of the actual crime that happened. That's so interesting.
100% of this press conference is not about the crime. It's telling white people not to retaliate. I mean, what are we doing here?
When do we do that anyway? White people don't do that. Black people do that because they're taught it's okay to do that. They're taught it's fine, right? Carmelo Anthony stabbed some poor kid in the chest. But, hey, he went to jail, rightfully so, and we gotta beat up some white people. Yeah.
I'm not saying they should, but I'm saying it sure is a look for a black officer to be out there essentially covering up for a race-based anti-white attack and then telling white people not to retaliate. That's
I'm gonna shift the blame, right? Oh, we got people on social media talking about retaliating against black people. By the way, show me the messages. Show me the messages. I want to see them. I think this is all AstroTurf BS. It's not real. It's just a red herring. It's a distraction, nothing more. To further vilify white people. Well, the problem isn't these black people that beat up a white lady. And by the way, we're not even mentioning what race the perps were. We got to pivot to white people making, threats on social media. Probably bogus messages anyway.
That's what I'm hearing.
Show me the social media messages where some white person is threatening retaliation. Probably like one deranged dude. You don't even know what race he is.
Maybe you're from Texas and you're like, Jeremy, this guy's actually based. Okay, I reserve the right to be wrong.
He's not based. A broken clock is right twice a day, so Jer's not wrong here. He's usually wrong. His takes are usually crap, but
But it doesn't seem like that, does it? Seems like he's really concerned with mobs forming and wanting a little justice.
He's not concerned about that. Again, it's just a pivot. It's just a red herring. It's just to vilify white people and shift the focus to whitey. That's all that's going on here.
For a 5'1" white girl that got ruthlessly pummeled by 3 black girls because she was white.
With 3 black girls. Wow. Good Lord. Ay, ay, ay.
That's the facts of the case. That's not.
By the way, how often are you hearing stories of white girls running around in packs beating up black girls? Never. That's why he's not addressing it.
Not me, extrapolating. That's not me making guesses. Those are the facts of the case.
And any effort.
They're inconvenient facts, right? I mean, black people, useful idiot agents of the state, unofficial agents of the state that are weaponized to create anarchy so that the government can get more power. It's called anarcho-tyranny. Yeah, look it up. You'll see what I'm talking about.
To intimidate members of this community will be taken seriously.
Well, you don't seem to care about white people being intimidated constantly. But you're very concerned about black people being intimidated, which, it's really the reverse that should be the case. White people should be very concerned and intimidated. Really concerned.
And investigated appropriately. Now, let me be clear.
Don't look back in anger, guys.
By the way, this guy's not being clear at all. Obfuscation is his middle name.
There's roving gangs of black people who are looking to attack white people specifically because Carmelo Anthony got off. By the way,
yeah, wasn't that knockout game a while back? Mostly blacks, just randomly running around and knocking out white people and Chinese people and Korean people.
You know what? Like, I feel like I'm getting a little loose these days with my videos, but I'm just tired of it all. This is a thing. They film themselves doing it.
Yeah, Jer's kind of went full tilt into the black fatigue narrative. I don't know what he's trying to accomplish.
Remember those people that went up to a white homeless man who was also a veteran, a black man on a bicycle, went and filmed him and says, "You were on the Carmelo Anthony jury, weren't you? Weren't you?" Like, so he doesn't say anything about the roving gangs of black folks out there doing this stuff.
Well, of course not. They want them to continue doing it. Scare the hell out of Whitey. So Whitey pleads and begs the government to do something and then votes to give the government more power to protect them from the very problem that the government itself has created for that very purpose.
He's worried about the hypothetical white ones.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Minority Report. We need to prevent future crimes, not the real crimes that actually happen.
let me know. By the way, leave a like on the video if you think I'm right about that. And let me know if you think I'm wrong in the comments. That's how it sounds to me, but maybe it's just that I've been...
By the way, Jared, dude, you need to get a haircut, man. Do you have any clippers? Why would the guy like that? Dude, the last thing you need is a mullet. You already look bad enough, pal.
kind of beaten into submission over this.
Well, that's what they want. They want white people to be beaten into submission because they're still the majority. Oh, they still control the majority of the vote. Gotta beat them into submission. Get them to vote the way we want. Give the government even more more power, baby.
We take every act of violence seriously here.
Yeah, I don't think you do. I don't think you do, pal.
Here at the Longview Police Department.
Oh, you do?
We take every threat seriously.
No, he doesn't.
We take every concern from every family.
Meanwhile, you're talking about fictitious crimes that haven't happened, and you're concerned for those. Meanwhile, you're not talking at all about the actual crime that actually happened. So your actions in the here and now speak in opposition to your claims.
Seriously. But we cannot allow room.
If you feel the need to say you take this seriously, do you?
Rumors to outrun facts. And we cannot allow.
Here we go.
Yeah, but you haven't really spoken to the facts of this case. You're just using this press conference as a way to browbeat Whitey and vilify Whitey.
So he immediately went right back. He immediately went right back to, well, we can't be, we can't be going after these people.
Allow fear to do more damage. Shouldn't white people be concerned? Shouldn't they be enraged? No! You need to take it! 'Cause you enslaved us 150 years ago! So you're evil! You are guilty for the sins of your father! I see. Got it.
Allow fear to do more damage than the incident itself.
Which you're not talking about. Just fictitious, imagined, possible future crimes. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Folks, this is not who we are.
Well, it's who your people are. A lot of them anyway. For sure. The stats prove that. And it's something like 60% of all murders committed by 3% of the population. Black men, 18 to 34. It's interesting. It's interesting. 3% of the population is committing 60% of the murders. Oh.
The community can only thrive when there is unity among us.
But I thought diversity was our strength. Now it's unity? You need to make up your mind, pal. What happened to the, sloganeering crap? Diversity is our strength, which makes no sense because diversity comes from the root word division, to divide, which is what you do before you conquer people. Now unity is our strength. Yeah, when it's convenient for your narrative. Yeah.
But not one negative word about the 3 women that attacked her.
Of course not. Guy like this can never pass up an opportunity to vilify Whitey. You better stay in line, white people. Don't get it into your head to want to retaliate. Meanwhile, he's not telling black people not to retaliate, which is what this case is actually about, that he's supposedly addressing, but not actually addressing.
Not one word about the 3 women that attacked her.
Of course not.
But
unofficial agents of the state, baby. They're agents of chaos. They're there to beat Whitey into submission.
3 straight minutes on hypothetical white people hypothetically getting revenge.
Yeah, Minority Report. By the way, if you've never seen that movie, you should check it out. It's one of Tom Cruise's better films, in my opinion.
I mean, is this Europe?
It sure sounds like it.
This department and this community believes in accountability.
Does it? Well, you're not holding these 3 black girls accountable, are you, pal?
And we also believe in truth.
Which you're not talking about.
This department wants the facts. Works for the...
You just don't want to tell us what the facts are. Like the race of the, perps.
Facts and work towards the facts, and then we govern ourselves accordingly to the facts.
You're not governing yourself in regards to the facts now. You're talking about hypothetical, fictitious, potential future crimes.
We do not, as a community, answer one wrong with another wrong.
Uh-huh. So what's your point? I mean, there wasn't another wrong. There hasn't been another wrong. What are you talking about? It sounds like this whole press conference is just to vilify white people for a crime they haven't committed. Red herring fallacy. That's all this is. Distract people away from the truth. You're not concerned about the truth at all. You're anti-truth.
He's still talking about it.
Of course. He's a propagandist. That's his job, okay? Not enforcing the law. It's to run interference for the unofficial agents of the state that are black people these days, at least these type of black individuals. Yeah.
Because they know, I think it's because they know that we're getting pushed too far.
It's all the propaganda about white supremacy and institutional racism. All this stuff is taught to gin up, create animus toward white people, and to motivate black people to commit crimes against white people. And they're afraid that white people might actually fight back. So we gotta head that off at the pass. Yeah. Gotta keep Whitey in line. Gotta keep him voting for ever bigger government, man.
And that bad things are gonna happen. And you can't put that toothpaste back in the tube.
For once, Jer's right. This guy, he's almost always wrong. The reason I wanted to talk about this video is because this subject matter at hand, not necessarily because I wanted to be in lockstep for any period of time with Jeremy Hambley, but for once he's correct, and this is just, this is just a case of a broken clock being right twice a day. Occasionally going to be right, occasionally sure, but most of the time this guy is wrong. But anyway, there you go. Yeah. Interesting case that he presented here for once. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Is it Whitey that Whitey's got to worry about? No. Is it Whitey that black people have to worry about? No. Isn't it something like 10 times more black people are killed by other black people than Whitey? In every case, be it black people or white people, guess who you got to worry about? In the case of black people, it's other black people. And if you're white, the vast majority of the time, it's also black people you got to worry about. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. Am I racist for pointing out what are actually statistical facts and acknowledging these facts and the reality of these facts which this guy's not going to talk about because it goes counter to his anti-white narrative. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like the raw-based RP way I tell it, like it is, without fear of repercussions. If you'd like to support my continued content creation, leave a super chat. Any amount would be greatly appreciated. I could really use your help so I can keep making content countering these BS narratives that these people in positions of authority, these useful idiot talking head mouthpieces continue to spin. Also, you can subscribe to support my YouTube channel on a monthly basis by hitting that join button. Below the video, there's multiple tiers you can choose from, not just one. You can also join my Patreon on a monthly subscription basis, or you can donate to my new GoFundMe campaign. Go check that out at the very least. You'll find the link in the description. You want to find out what that's all about. And you'll also find all my social media links in the description. And on that note, I'm out of here. I am the Realist Philosopher, and I wish you all a good and pleasant day. And take care. Yeah, I never thought I'd find myself agreeing with Jeremy on anything. I really never did. It's a very rare occasion. It's not going to happen very often because this guy is, this mushmouth is, for the most part, highly uninformed, unintelligent, and largely unintelligible. Well, for once, he's right. It happens. Occasionally, somebody's accidentally correct. And again, the old analogy of a broken clock being right twice a day is true. But anyway, let's see if we got any comments. No. What's happening here? No comments? Can't be. There's got to be comments. Oh, I started talking about race. Oh, YouTube is blocking comments again. Lovely. Lovely, YouTube. That's just great. They do this. By the way, it's not organic that there's no comments. It's YouTube blocking them. Because some people are probably saying stuff that the algorithm doesn't like. Those comments get blocked. If I talk about a certain subject that is verboten on YouTube, especially in a live stream, comments get blocked. YouTube, free speech platform, my aching butt. Nothing free speech about it. And the funny thing is, YouTube does not adhere to Section 230, which is supposed to require YouTube to not editorialize content, but they editorialize all the time. Their terms of service are vague and ambiguous, talking about, we don't allow hate speech or disinformation on our platform. Well, who gets to define the hate speech and the disinformation? Oh, we do. So there's no hard and fast definition for what these things are. They're nebulous, and yet that's okay. That's okay. YouTube gets to do that. Be as vague as they possibly can so that they can maximally interpret things to favor their narrative, their ideology, and then they get to block, shadow ban your content. Hell, the algorithm is programmed to do that automatically when it hears keywords that it's been programmed to listen for, and then you automatically get suppressed via the algorithm. That shouldn't be allowed. I thought that Trump was going to do something about that. Hey, Trump, weren't you talking about freedom, free speech online? You're going to go after these companies using Section 230 or take away their Section 230 protections? Where are you, Trump? Oh, you didn't do any of that. Didn't do any. This guy, what a lame duck. Donald Trump is the biggest disappointment in his second term as president that I can remember in my lifetime. What a disappointment this guy is. No new wars. Oh, we're still in Ukraine. Oh, now we're in Iran. That's great. Oh, we're going to release the Epstein files. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. I'm in the Epstein files. Let's go to war. Distract all you useful idiot pinheads from the Epstein files. Yeah. Ooh, I'm not supposed to talk about that. Demonetized, suppressed. Yeah. I talk about all sorts of things I'm not supposed to talk about. Free speech. Give me a break. There's no free speech in America. All of the so-called public squares are now controlled by private entities. You think you got free speech? Think again. You don't have free speech. There used to be actual public squares. You could go to the public square, you could talk to people. Your voice could be heard. Now? No, everything's online. We're going to hand over control of the new public square to private companies. And then those private companies are allowed to moderate your speech. What? Why isn't the left complaining about this? They love free speech, right? Well, I mean, unless you're saying something that they don't like, then they're okay with moderating your speech. Yeah. Nunchuck Mang. Trump said no new wars. Punctuation matters. Yeah, you're not wrong, Nunchuck. You're not wrong at all. It's so disappointing. I was kind of a fan of Trump during his first term. But he was kind of a lame duck president even then. I mean, he didn't get the wall built. And yeah, okay, most of Congress was against him. Then we got Biden for 4 years. Oh my God, $10 for 18 eggs. And then we get Trump again. And you're thinking to yourself, oh wow, this is going to be great. finally, he's not worried anymore about getting reelected, and he's got a friendly Senate and Congress. Ooh, the Republicans are in control. So now he's going to do all the stuff he wasn't able to do his first term. Yeah, it turns out that's a lie. No, he didn't do any of it. Didn't end the war in Ukraine. We're still funding that crap. Now we got a new war in Iran. Record high gas prices. That's great. Yeah. Now I got to listen to people talk about Elon Musk. Oh, the first trillionaire. I got news for you people. Carnegie and the Rockefellers were richer than Elon Musk. People are so stupid. I think Carnegie at his height was worth $250 billion. And at that time, that was like, I think 5 trillion or something, or 8 trillion. I think that Rockefeller was a similar net worth. I mean, these guys, accounting for inflation, were worth like $7-8 trillion. So this idea that Elon Musk is the richest man to ever exist is a lie. It's nonsense. I mean, Rockefeller and Carnegie were much wealthier than Elon Musk. Much wealthier. But I gotta listen to this crap. Oh, he's the richest man to ever exist. Ooh. Bullshit. It's all BS. People are so dumb. Nigeria Roberts. Trump is the reason why the crazy left will get back power. Yeah. That's what they wanted, by the way. VFoos is in the house. Hey, VFoos, how you doing? John Jacob Astor was the richest American adjusted for inflation. Was he? I thought it was Rockefeller or Carnegie. I looked up who was the richest, and they came up on the list. $250 billion for Rockefeller, I believe, at the peak of his wealth. And when his oil companies got broken up, he became even wealthier. Something like $400 billion or more, which adjusted for inflation is like, oh my God, like 8 or 10 trillion in today's dollars. Nunchuk Mang, Zimbabwe billionaires. Yeah. Zimbabwe trillionaires, yeah. I said this before. Who gives a crap? When your money is, as good as toilet paper, who cares if you got trillionaires? Zimbabwe was full of multi-trillionaires, man. Didn't they have the first $1 trillion bills? Give me a break. I think inflation is at like 3,800% now. What nonsense? Beefos, oh, we get a super chat. Thank you very much, Vifus, for the $13 super chat. Happy Gettysburg Day. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to give the four-finger clap to Superman as well, who donated $10 earlier. By the way, I have 30 concurrent viewers right now. You know what Jer's concurrent viewer count was on YouTube for his Tobuscus interview? 135. 135 concurrent viewers for the quartering and his much vaunted Tobuscus interview. I don't know how the hell a guy that has 2 million subs gets 135 concurrent viewers. His channel's dead. It's dead. It's time to get an actual, 9-to-5 job, Jer. I got more in super chats too. He got like $7. I got more super chats than the quartering. That's insane. Thank you very much, Superman and Vifus, by the way. Yeah. I'm so tired of this, these leftists running around talking about, it's obscene. We have a trillionaire. Elon Musk is evil because he's worth $1 trillion. So what? Carnegie was worth $250 billion, the steel magnate. The Rockefeller was worth, not Rockefeller. Rockefeller was worth like $400 billion. Adjusted for inflation, was that 8-10 trillion in today's dollars? What are you talking about? Just Google. Inflation is at like 3,800+%, yo. You big dummies. No. Elon Musk is not the richest man to ever live. He's like really low on the totem pole when you get right down to it. No, people don't realize that. Too stupid. This is the education system for you. By the way, this is why they want you stupid, uneducated, so they can manipulate you, just spoon feed you this propaganda about Elon Musk and Trump. People don't have any critical thinking. They're too stupid to use Google. Is Elon Musk really the wealthiest man to ever live? Type it into Google. No, adjusted for inflation, it was Rockefeller. We believe that Elon Musk is the devil, so it feeds our narrative. Yeah, well, you're stupid, that's why. You're stupid. The world is just populated by stupid people. That's all that's going on. Yeah. They just believe what they're told. That's what the government wants. People who believe what they're told. Superman, 30 viewers looking for integrity. Nigeria Roberts. California is literally trying to tax the billionaires. So, is that the wealth tax? Is that what you're talking about? That stupid wealth tax? If that passes, all the rich people are going to leave. The rich people that can leave, that are able to leave, who are not tied to California because of their job or something, they're going to go. They're going to go. Now, the house poor millionaires, they'll stick around because they got no choice. They got to stick around for work. They're not really millionaires except for their assets, which is what the state wants to tax. Going to tax your wealth, going to tax your property to the point of 9.9%, a one-time fee. Oh, yeah, it's really going to remain one time. Oh, I believe that. You know, a bunch of crap. Meanwhile, everybody that can leave is going to leave. And they're going to take all their wealth with them after they sell it to whatever sucker will buy it in California. And then that person will have to pay the tax. But if they got a yacht, they're going to sail that thing out of California. Going to sail it down to Florida. Anything that's portable that they can take with them, they're going to take. All you're going to have left in California, the house poor millionaires and all the other poor people. It's going to be mostly poor people. Because all the rich people left and they took the jobs and their wealth with them. Brilliant idea, California. You know. Vifu says billionaires in California will have the tax legislation written to only go after multimillionaires. I don't know. I mean, even if it doesn't matter, it's gonna apply to people who can leave. And then you'll be left with the, millionaires, right? Well, they're not evil. It's just billionaires that are evil. Yeah, says Bernie Sanders, who is conveniently a millionaire. Yeah. So stupid. It's also stupid. Yeah. Do not live in California, folks. And of course, anybody that can leave is leaving. The unfortunate thing about that is that the people that leave, many of them just take their wealth with them, right? And not only did they take their wealth, but they also take their liberal leftist ideologies. The very ideologies that turned California into a big giant S-hole. And then they moved to places like Texas, which is very quickly turning blue. In another 5-10 years, Texas ain't going to be a red state anymore. Why? Because all the people from California and other blue states that moved there to escape the very legislation, the laws, the taxes that were created by the ideology that they take with them and then recreate in Texas. They vote for the same crap wherever they go, and then they wonder, gee, why is this place becoming such a shithole? Well, Nigeria Roberts, it sucks because California is such a beautiful place. I agree. I agree it is, but I would never live there. Not a chance in hell. I'm not even a big fan of where I'm living now. If I could pick anywhere to live, I would probably move to Alaska. You want to know why? Because it's so inhospitable. Nobody wants to live there. It's very cold. It's not a temperate climate. It's quite harsh. Whitey loves that. We evolved in cold climates, baby. Don't bother me none. If I could live somewhere, that'd probably be where? Alaska, right? Huge swaths of unpopulated land. For the size of the state, it's got a very, very small population. If I could live anywhere, probably Alaska. Get away from all this liberal crap. And I'm sure there's some strongholds in Alaska that are, liberalized as well. But it's a hell of a lot less than you see in other parts of America. You want to get away from the libtards, you want to get away from the leftists, go somewhere that's inhospitable. Liberals, leftists are very soft. They're very weak people. They're weak. They're not stoic. They can't handle hardship. These are your leftist, pinko, socialist, commie-loving douchebags that are the majority of people you find in New York. They can't handle harsh climates. They can't handle harsh anything. So you want to get away from them? That's where you go. In my opinion. VFUs. Houston is dominated by first generation. Oh, really? Chappy Chap. It was beautiful, but they burned it all down. Yeah. So that's my advice. Move overseas or to very poor places, right? Like third world countries where they don't have it easy. You're not going to find too many liberals there. Or Alaska. That's my plan. It's very cold. I'm getting old, so cold's not as good for me as the hot climes. But if I can get away from these lefty liberal types, you're always going to find them somewhere, right? But there's a heck of a lot less of them concentrated in a place like Alaska, yo. Where overseas, says Vifus? Anywhere that is considered third world, like the Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand. These are all good places. If you're even like middle of the road income by American standards, you're rich over there. These are people who don't have time to worry about ideology. They're living rough, just trying to survive, man. They're scrimping, they're scratching, they're grafting away, trying to live. Make every penny they can. Life is still hard in places like that. They don't have the decadence that we have here in the West that breeds all this liberal leftist ideology. And not only that, incubates it, allows it to grow and flourish. We don't have enough worries here, so people invent worries. We don't have enough hardship. We don't have enough challenges, so we invent them. But you go somewhere like the Philippines, ooh, yeah, great. So I would say like the Philippines or Vietnam. Those are good choices. Yeah. Nigeria Roberts. The Dakotas seem to be the freest state. South Dakota doesn't even require a permit to conceal carry. Yeah. Superman 820. Hello, Superman. But HARP is in Alaska. HARP is used by the elites to control weather. Okay. No comment. None Chokmang, North Korea. No. That's a communist state. You don't want to go to North Korea. No, dude, no. You don't want to go to South Korea either. South Korea is very well developed. First world country. Effinism is running crazy there, man. They have a really, really big issue with women having babies there. Effinism is running wild there. You definitely don't want to go to South Korea. Don't want to go to North Korea either. That Otto Warmbier guy, remember what happened to him? No. VFUs. Even Arizona has concealed carry without a license. Yeah. For now. Oh, you can open carry and conceal carry in Arizona. It's one of the good things about the state, yo. Not a lot of people open carry, but you can. Nigeria Roberts did know that about Arizona, but there are a lot of illegals there. Yeah. It's not. All I'll say about Arizona, it's got a lot of illegals. Yeah. I remember actually, I saw a. This was a while back. I was looking at the want ads, the for hire. This was very odd. Just going off on a bit of a tangent here. I think it was on Facebook or Craigslist, maybe. I was looking at the want ads, and I saw an ad for I don't remember what it was. I think it was somebody looking for independent drivers, and I contacted the guy. It seemed like an easy job, and he was like, "You just need to go to this town and pick up a few people and drive them from here to there, and I'll pay you $5,000." I was like, that's kind of fishy. It turned out these coyotes were hiring people to drive illegal aliens who had just crossed the border and like pick them up right on the other side of the fence and then drive them to their final destination. I was like, hell no. Because, not only is that illegal, but if you're talking about right at the border, the ICE, they have like drones flying all over the place. I mean, if you're some like rando dude driving a car out in the desert near the border wall, and you got like three, hombres in your back seat, one in your front seat, you're going to get pulled over. You're going to get asked for your papers, yo. And then not too long after that, I saw something on the news about some guy who did exactly that and he got arrested. He tried to claim he didn't know they were illegals. Yeah, there's a lot of illegal aliens in Arizona. And, well, Texas too, yeah. Bifus, and they're all outside of Circle K asking for spare change. Yeah. Or the off-ramps. Don't forget the off-ramps. Yeah, you like go to an off-ramp, you get off the highway, and they're there at the, exit asking for change, coming up to your window. Oh, man. Illegals can order an Uber right at the border. No, it was like on Craigslist. If I recall, it was like under miscellaneous jobs. I was trying, I was trying to look for actual work I could do. And like to make a little extra money. And I came across that. It wasn't an Uber or a Lyft. It was just some guy looking for random drivers. I think it was entitled a driver position, and it was like a WhatsApp number. And I was curious, so I contacted the guy. And he's like, "I'll pay you half now and half later." And I was thinking to myself, "Woo, $2,500, and then another $2,500 after." But I was like, this is fishy, yo. This is a coyote job. You're wanting, you're gonna get arrested. You'd have to be real lucky to go pick up 3 random Mexican dudes in the desert and drive them somewhere without getting picked up by, like getting pulled over by ICE or something. It was very sketchy, man. Of course I didn't do it. I'm not stupid. You'd have to be stupid to do something like that, man. Yeah. Which I'm not. I mean, pretty good money, but ain't no amount of money worth going to jail for, man. You kidding? Illegals can, I guess they could, though. Could an illegal order Uber? I mean, I guess, what would he do? Would he pay in pesos? I'm not sure how that would work. So what they would have to do if like illegal wanted to order an Uber or a Lyft, and I mean I've taken Ubers and Lyfts before. You just have to have the app downloaded. I guess they could have a relative in America that had an American bank account that pays in US dollars, order it for them. I guess. I know you can order rides for other people. I think. I don't know. That'd be weird. I don't know, man. Isn't the border wall in Arizona like out in the middle of nowhere, though? Who would take that ride? You imagine being an Uber or a Lyft driver? You get a request for some dirt road, 50 miles into the desert? Who the hell's taking that ride? That's crazy. I guess they could, but I can't imagine an Uber or Lyft driver accepting that ride. You have to be out of your mind. I don't know. It's kind of crazy, man. Nigeria Roberts. I doubt Uber drivers check for papers. Yeah, I don't think they... Well, of course not, but it's kind of fishy, right? It's kind of suspicious. I honestly don't know where the border wall is, and I don't think it's close to anything, is it? Beefus, does GoFund get a cut of your donations? Yeah, but it's only like 3% or something. It's like 2.9%. It's very low. It's quite reasonable. YouTube takes like 30%. So yeah, it's very reasonable. Yeah, I started the GoFundMe because, well, I have like 3 jobs, but one of them, which is 40% of my income, generally 40% during the year, it's not functioning. It's a state contract job, but they don't work in the summer. It's the outside heat. I'm not going to get into the specifics, but for that period of time, that income goes away, and then my other job that goes down by like half. So I'm at like 60-70% minus for 2-3 months. So it's like, but the fact that I'm able to do this show, and even though I feel like garbage, my exercise sessions, I actually am able to do more. And it's easy, right? My sword work, my exercise hasn't been easy since before I got sick. Now it's starting to become easy again. So to me, that tells me I've recovered physically a lot. Why do I feel like garbage then all the time? Well, I had a stroke. I don't know. So I guess it's mental. I mean, the doctor said, okay, your heart's probably stronger, but your kidneys are still, not doing so good. I was on kidney medication for a while after the sepsis. And, he said, just because your heart's doing better and your exercise routine is feeling better, the reason you feel like such garbage is because you're pushing yourself too hard. You're doing too much work. I told you weren't supposed to be working very much. He told me I wasn't supposed to be working at all. I don't know what fantasy land this doctor's living in. He thinks I've got, some kind of close family that's going to support me for 1.5 2 years while I recover. That's not reality, Doc. Like, well, your survival odds have gone way down because you're working yourself to death. What am I supposed to do? I can't not work. So it's like, but I'm thinking that since that's better, maybe I can get back into my actual area of expertise, or at least something that's adjacent to that. Maybe not as difficult, but still use my engineering knowledge. And so that's what I'm going to be trying to do. First, I got to get out of this rut that is the summer, though. I'm back into a positive earning category, and then I can start exploring getting back into engineering or something similar where I use those skills, but it's not me turning a wrench or, building a freaking pump. 120-degree heat. But anyway, yeah, that's why I started the GoFundMe. I gotta get through until the first week of August, and then I'll be back in the positive. But between now and then, it's pretty rough. Just losing too much. Did I read that right? What? I just donated 15. No. No way. I gotta look. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No way. Wait a second. Let me check my email. Hold on a second here. My head's about to explode. That can't be. Holy crap! Oh my God. Oh my God. VFOOs. Whoa. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. Hands are tingling. Whoa. Oh my God. I gotta take you out to dinner. We gotta go out to dinner. Gotta be a carnivore dinner, but oh my God, man. Holy moly. I don't know what to say. Well, thank you. Holy crap. Well, you just saved my ass. Wow. Well, I'll be able to make it through to August, the first week of August for sure. Oh my God. Dude. I don't know how to thank you. Anything you need, let me know. I mean, any advice, any philosophical, you want, whatever you need. Want to learn the sword? I'll give you some free lessons. Dude. Oh my God, everybody. Oh, I don't know. I'll give you a full hand clap. I don't know what to say, man. Why, thank you. I'm overwhelmed. Very rare that I'm speechless. Oh! Oh my God, man. Thank you. Jesus. That's amazing. Wow. Oh my God, no, man. Oh, you didn't have to. Whatever. Oh my God. Well, that's it. Wow. Well, you probably don't want to learn the sword, but if you do, I don't know. I'm trying to think what I can offer you. Well, anything you need, man. You let me know. Oh my God. Wow, man. Oh my Lord. Everybody, thank VFOOs. VFOOs is top tier, man. Wow. That's so. Oh my God. Boy, I could take off and actually take a week off. I'm not gonna, but I could. Oh man. Oh man. You know, I haven't taken but 2 days off that would be the weekend since August of 2020. No, it was October. I started back to work 7 weeks after my recovery, so mid-October 2024. Yeah. Wow, Thief. You're the man. Well, I can keep making content now for sure. Get me through to August, no problem. I can multi-stream now. I probably won't until August. But I'm very skin-flinty with money. What's the word? Frugal? But wow. If we lose you, Styx might go unchecked for too long. We can't have that. I gotta branch out. What's another locale? That Dark Side Phil? Well, he's a good target, isn't he? Well, we got at the very least meet if you wanna. Maybe not. I don't know. It's up to you. Might want to maintain the mystery. I don't know. Totally up to you, pal. Whatever you want. Wow. Oh my God. I was kind of worried. Not too worried. I figured if I didn't get enough, I'd just work myself into a friggin' coma. I didn't know, but that might not even been enough. I'm getting so little work now. That's the nature of these independent contractor gigs I've been doing since I started working again. But it's the only work I've been able to do. Wow. Oh my God. It's like your generosity, man. I don't know what to say. I mean, I do. Thank you. into infinity. Beyond that, I don't know. Whew. Wow. Oh, man. You seen a miracle, folks. Wow. Wow, wowee. Oh, my gosh. I didn't think I'd get anywhere near my goal. Oh, man. What I planned on doing, like, I got, like, I had a whole bunch of, like, stuff I wanted to do, but I was never able to, wow. Wow. Man, you kept my hopes and dreams alive, baby. I can keep making content. I can, yeah, wow, man. Well, I knew from last year that it was going to be tough because the summer was just like that last year. I've had the same 3 gig jobs for like 20 October. Is it 21 months now? Yeah. It's just been grinding, man. Grinding. Paying the rent, pay for food. Was able to save some money, but it wasn't enough because this year is worse than last year. All these kind of jobs are like going downhill in terms of pay. It's just very, now during the year it's pretty consistent, but the summer, ooh, man. Wow. Dude. Will you let me know by email if there's anything I can do for you, man? You name it. I mean, within legal reason, obviously. Nothing illegal. But you know what I mean. We'll talk. But anyway, wow. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. If I cried, I'd cry, but I don't cry. Can't remember the last time I cried. I didn't even cry when my parents died, but I didn't like them very much. So, trust me, that was well deserved. By the way, they were evil people. But oh my God, wow! I'd dance a jig if I could dance, but I can't dance unless I have a sword in my hand. Then well, you saw the video. I can dance then, but it's a dance to unalive people, so I don't think that counts. Oh man, thank you. Oh my God, dude. Wow. Oh man, I really wasn't sure whether or not I would even, get any donations because my channel's taken hits lately. That douchebag, you know who he was, name begins with a B, coming after me because I ignored him on Twitter. And then YouTube hitting my freaking channel with so many shadow bans because I started talking about stuff I wasn't supposed to. So I wasn't sure, man. And then that Kiwi stuff, right? They hate me. That's a badge of honor, though, in my opinion. If those people don't like you, you're doing something right. Bunch of doxers and, scumbags. But, dude. Yeah, it's Christmas early. It made my year, I think. Oh my God. I wasn't sure I'd make it to the summer. Well, I mean, I knew I would just, do what needed to be done, but doctor's telling me, take it easy. Says the heat's not good for me. Oh, man. Thank you very much, VFoos. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm not going to take a break. I mean, but I have a break mentally, but I'll still work every day. But, I just can't help myself. That's me. I really don't. That's just how I am. I mean, if I'm going to be dead in 3 years, I'm going to be dead in 3 years. But, there's no help for that. Well, I ain't going to take a break from work or anything, but, wow, man. Oh, yeah. I want to maximize my, savings so that in case of any emergencies. And I do need to replace the front control arms on my car, and I got to replace the rear bushings. I got to get a bushing removal kit to do that. So I can do that. I could do that now. I'm not gonna because it's 115 degrees out, but I could. It's something I'll put off until, it gets cooler out because any work I do on my car, I do outside. And My brain will melt in this heat. But I can afford to do that now. Wow. Yeah, that's another thing that hit me hard, having to make repairs to my car. I mean, I do them all myself, but the materials. Another reason summer was had me concerned, but I'm not concerned anymore. Everybody thank FIFOs. He's the man. Anything you need, my friend, you let me know. Even if you don't need it, you just want it. Desire it. I have many skills and abilities. I can fix anything, I can build anything, but probably don't need anything built. But, I mean, if you do, let me know. I'll build it. Oh, man. Wow, man. So nice. Beyond nice. Wow. Oh, my gosh. I don't know what to say. Oh, my God. Beefus is the man. Oh, my God. Dude. Wait. Lift it. Lift it off my shoulders. Oh, my gosh. This is me gushing. Doesn't seem like gushing, but this is me gushing. About as much as I can gush. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, my friend. Oh, man. Crazy world we live in. Crazy world. 1 minute you're concerned, and the next. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. I can do the multi-stream now. I have a hard time considering doing that until I'm in the black from my own earnings, though. I'm very frugal. I don't spend much money. I've never understood people who need to buy crap and spend money on extraneous stuff they don't need. I guess it's because I'm happy all the time. I could teach you about that, my friend. That's probably the most valuable lesson I could give anybody. People don't believe me when I say that. Or they just don't take it seriously. They don't seem to care, but I'm like, what's the point of being here? That's the most important thing. Are you happy or are you not? And it's not just a momentary. I tell people this and they think I'm lying or exaggerating. No. It doesn't matter what time of day it is, I'm happy. And when I'm sleeping, when I'm awake, when I'm sleeping, 24/7, there's no time when I'm sad. I don't get depressed. I don't get down in the dumps. I'm never not happy. I'm not crazy or delusional either. About as red-pilled and based as you can freaking be. And I tell people this, they don't really seem to want to know how. Which I don't get. I think that people are crazy not really wanting to know about such, but I could teach you about that if you like. Oh, a lot of times people have the wrong priorities. Meanwhile, their main priority should be, are you happy or not? If you're not, you should be. If you'd like to be, that's something I can elucidate you on. It's simple, but it's not easy, to say the least. I figured it out around, was it 2010? Yeah, 2010. I know exactly the year. If we lose you, say, yeah, Styx. Now, we got to have somebody there to dunk on Styx and counter his nonsensical BS narratives. This guy. Yeah, I talked about him earlier in the stream. That clip will be up tomorrow. Can you believe Styx Hammer was talking about how to be successful? Dude, what do you know about success? You're a chronic alcoholic who's dying from his alcohol addiction, living in a storage room. That's the last person you should be taking advice about anything from. Styx is like the biggest loser in the world. Never had a real job that I've ever seen. I don't see any comments. This is weird. Is YouTube blocking him again, or Vifus might have headed out? Wow, man. Dude, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Oh my God. It's just, yeah, say thank you. I'm just sending a thank you now. Man, oh man. Oh, I need to type in a code. Jeez. Oh, I'll do that later. I have to look at my phone, which is also my internet modem. That's how cheap I am. I don't even have an internet connection like most people do. I use my phone as a hotspot. That's my modem. Works good. $45 a month, baby. I get phone service. I get internet. It works good enough to stream this live stream. So it's pretty good. Oh, Vifus, man, you are the man. Nigeria Roberts, you're about to give him another stroke. I had one, actually. It was, the doctor said it was probably a micro stroke. Yeah, it was about, how many months ago? Maybe 4 or 5. He said it was it's micro, probably. I had another, it was the vertigo. I did the drop to the floor thing again and had to crawl around for a while, but it wasn't as bad. But I had the vertigo for a couple weeks. Wasn't nearly as bad. The doctor said I'm going to kill myself. You need to take some time off. Yeah, doc, I can't afford to take time off, Mom. It's called reality. I got to keep working. But wow. I'm very tempted to take a month off. I wish I could. I couldn't, though. Like my brain wouldn't allow it. Like, I'd feel guilty. Well, I don't think I could go a month without working if I'm able to. Like, even if it were good for me to take time off, which it really would be, I couldn't do it. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but maybe I'll just work a little less. I don't know, man. Maybe I can do that. Cut back a bit for like a couple weeks. But I couldn't like not work. I don't understand people who do that. They like have no jobs. And I mean, I've literally nearly died twice. 3 times if you count the sepsis, but twice since I recovered. But I went back to work the next day, which is insane. The doctor didn't say you're insane. He didn't want to insult me, but he said that's not good. You should rest. He sounded like he thought I was nuts. Like you just had a stroke. What the hell are you doing? Kinda was his tone of voice. I could tell that's what he was thinking, but I was like, what do you want me to do, man? I got rent to pay. I mean, my rent, this place doesn't look all that great. It is actually just a regular apartment. I think I know where people got this idea about I got a bunch of people who texted me, not texted, but left messages in my comments saying that I live in a hotel. I think I might have said in one of my like older live streams, like it's like a hotel or something. I was talking about the look from the outside. It's like that in the sense that all the doors, it's like it looks like that. Like it's just balconies and it's forward facing, outward. I don't know. But no, I don't live in a hotel. It's a regular apartment. It's just really expensive for what it is, man. Like really expensive. Like I could rent a nice big 2-bedroom for what I pay here. Fortunately, them damn hospital bills bankrupted me, ruined my credit. I was in a freaking coma. I didn't know. I got these creditors. hospital chasing after me. They want to get paid. And there wouldn't have been a problem, but except that I let my insurance lapse for, it wasn't even a month. It was like 3 weeks. I was going to transfer it over, but I procrastinated. I had insurance that I had purchased. And then my contract ran out. And I was switching it over to my new job, but I just hadn't got around to it. And that's when I got injured, right? It's like the worst timing on planet Earth. Oh, man. But anyway. Yeah, if you don't ever let your insurance lapse, folks. Not even for a week. Because that's probably when you're going to get injured and need it. Little lesson there. I didn't think a few weeks would be a problem. All right, we haven't had a comment in a while. I guess Vifu's left. I'll chat with him offline. Great guy. Yeah. Kindred spirit, as it were. I think. Anyway, Vifu's, man, thank you very much. Anyhow, guys, I'm going to head out. Not because I don't want to continue to gush for what for me is emotionally, but it looks like everybody left, and the stream is getting long in the tooth. There's not much more I can say except thank you again and again. All right, guys, I am the realist philosopher. Thank Vifus, whatever way you can. In fact, I'm gonna give him add him as a moderator. He can manage block words, change chat modes in live. Yeah, okay. Welcome Vifus is a new mod for my channel. And on that note, guys, I'm out of here. I am the realist philosopher, and I wish you all a good and a pleasant day and evening and rest of your year. Take care. And thank you again, Vifus. You are the man. The man into infinity and beyond. Take care, my friend, and take care, everybody else.